WOGO, your sports station.
McDonell Macks basketball is on the air. WOGO's coverage of the Macks is brought to you by the YMCA of the Chippewa Valley, Royal Credit Union, Wynn Family Dentistry, Nicolay Bank, Weirs-Gala Plumbing and Heating, Stelter Incorporated, Toyson Ford of Chippewa Falls, White City Glass, Holly Bovey of Coldwell Banker Bernizer Realtors, Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, 24/7 and West Wisconsin Telcom, Northwestern Bank, Mauer Sperry Insurance, Quality Propane and Fuels, Metropolis Resort in Action City, Check Law Office, Post Glass and Mirror, and Bargain City Superstore. And now, the Max pregame show with your WOGO sports team, Caleb Swenson and Mark Maloney.
WOGO, go Max, your sports station.
Well, good evening and welcome to the Roundhouse, Altoona High School, home of the Railroaders, inside of this non-conference boys basketball game between your McDonell Central Macks and the Altoona Railroaders. I'm Caleb Swenson, to be joined soon by Mark Maloney here on WOGO Radio and the WOGO Sports live video stream on YouTube. JV action going on right now. Altoona leading 62-52 as McDonell just getting a bucket with 2:46 remaining in that junior varsity game. Altoona 12-3 on the season. They are 6-2 in the Middle Border Conference behind only St. Croix Central. They are second in conference. McDonell's fallen behind the pace a little bit in terms of conference positioning. They are 3-6 in the Western Clover Belt Conference, good enough for 5th in the WCC, but 9-8 overall. This would be a big non-conference win for the Macks boys if they're able to pull one off again against a very hot Altoona team. Sitting here at 12-3, they had another impressive win on Saturday night at the Sonnentag. In fact, girls and boys basketball sweep that night as the Altoona Railroaders boys and the Lady Rails both took care of business against an always tough Maple Northwestern team. 72-51 was the final score for the boys side. Grayson Becker, the incredibly talented junior, 26 points, 6 of 8 free throws. Equally talented Owen Gunnarsson, another junior, had 25 points. He was 10 of 10 from the free throw line. Sawyer Van Vliet had 11 points. Connor Gower, who I'm sure will be calling his name a lot tonight, had 13 rebounds and 9 assists in that 21-point win over Northwestern. Van Vliet had 11 rebounds. Becker had 10 rebounds as 3 players in double figures for rebounding. And this is an Altoona team that'll be something we'll keep an eye on throughout the night here. They are not a large team. Their largest in terms of height is 6'3", and not playing a ton probably. Dylan Michaels, the 6'3" sophomore, younger brother of Ethan Michaels, the senior, one of the starters. But again, no one taller than 6'3", and only one guy going 6'3" on the Altoona Railroaders team, of course playing in a higher division than McDonell, and so they don't necessarily do it with height. However, they rebound the ball well, 32.1 rebounds per game, get almost 9 offensive rebounds per game, and that's going to be a test because McDonell certainly does have the advantage in length and height here tonight, but will they be able to overcome Altoona's tenacity on the boards and also Altoona's incredibly hot shooting? It's something that will also be a story all throughout the night. Altoona shooting 51% from the field, 44% from deep. And again, we are 15 games into the season for the Railroaders and 17 in for McDonell. So this is no fluke in terms of stats, as the Railroaders 116 made three-pointers, almost 8 made threes per game. They also, when they get to the line, which is 13 times per game, shoot 76% from the foul line. Coach Paul Hendricks, who we'll talk to in a moment, has a very, very talented squad here for the Railroaders, and it's going to be a great test, a great battle here for McDonell. Of course, Eli Stepp not returning for McDonell because of injury, so McDonell's leading scorer for the first part of the season isn't with him, and also Cale Holm won't be here tonight. So McDonell's going to be a little bit short-handed, as a beautiful move down low in the JV game from Aiden Bovey, as the sophomore 6'3", number 54, spins to the hoop and makes it a 9-point game. JV down 64-55 with a minute 37 to play. We'll take a quick 2-minute break and be back after this on WOGO Sports. It's 9-8 McDonell on the road at 12-3 Altoona. Back in 2 minutes on WOGO Halley, Eau Claire, Chippewa Falls. This is Max Basketball.
Competition drives us to be our best. That's why sports are such a valuable experience for all of our young athletes. At Toyson Ford, we know the importance of good competition. It's easier than ever to shop for a new car or truck, and that's pushed all of us at Toyson Ford to be better at what we do in creating a great experience for our customers. It's the reason that we have the slogan, "You'll find a friend." So before you head to the next high school game, stop into our all-new dealership in Chippewa Falls and see why you'll find a friend at Toyson Ford.
To help simplify life, people are looking to their homes for more comfort and enjoyment. New home builders as well as remodelers are completing their bathroom projects in style with luxury shower doors from White City Glass. 3/8 or half-inch shower doors from White City Glass offer a quality that is evident, making shower time more relaxing any day of the week. Are you ready for luxury, style, and relaxation? Make the right choice for your shower doors. See White City Glass today.
At the YMCA of the Chippewa Valley, your wellness journey starts today. With no joiner's fee, no contracts, and no long-term commitments. The only commitment we ask for is the one you make to yourself. Whether you're hitting the gym, taking a swim, or finding your community in a class, the Y is here to support your goals your way. Join today at ymca-cv.org. That's ymca-cv.org, because your best self starts here.
At Northwestern Bank, everything we do comes back to our mission, building stronger communities where people matter. This is Tracy Smiskey, Market President at Northwestern Bank. Every day we provide all the great services and conveniences of modern banking, but know that it's our relationships with people that matter most. Because at Northwestern Bank, we believe that every person is valuable, and that's what makes our community strong. Northwestern Bank, building stronger communities where people matter. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to Altoona. Minute 13 and counting left in the JV game. McDonell JV trailing 66-55 here on the road to the Railroaders. Title card matchup coming up between McDonell and Altoona. Good to have a rematch between these two teams that used to face off a lot in the Western Clover Belt. Now Altoona, of course, in the middle border. McDonell staying in the WCC. But we had a great game for you on WOGO Radio at the Target Center last year. McDonell able to come out victorious in that one. But again, this is an Altoona team that looks to be very, very much improved this season, right in the thick of the fight in the middle border. And again, 15 games, 12 wins so far. And they have one of the area's most impressive players in junior Grayson Becker, just under 28 points per game, has hit 41 threes. Owen Gunderson not far behind. He's scoring nearly 20 points per game at 19.7, has hit 38 threes, and also not a starter, but they have a young freshman, Jacob Kelbell, who's hit 29 threes on the season as well. This Altoona team can shoot. It's probably going to be a theme repeated all throughout this game tonight. Can McDonell get into their legs? Altoona, of course, is going to want to make McDonell run, as the Macks have a bit of a height advantage here tonight. Should be a very entertaining contrast of styles, and a game that should be able to make both of these teams better for having played it. WOGO, Hallie, Eau Claire, Chippewa Falls. I'm Caleb Swenson. Again, Mark Maloney will be joining me tonight on the broadcast. On site here to my left, our video operator is Sam Aberley, and back at the WOGO studios in Hallie, our audio producer tonight is Dawson Halverson. We appreciate all the great sponsors making these broadcasts possible. Coming up, we'll have your Toyson Ford Keys to the Game, brought to you by the dealer where you'll find our friend Toyson Ford in Chippewa Falls. Also, lots of elements in our post-glass post-game show, including the Holly Bovey Names You Know stats recap. We'll have our 24/7 West Wisconsin Telecom Fiber Fast plays of the game, and hopefully plenty of highlights tonight for the Macks. 15 seconds remaining in the JV contest, 68-55. McDonell down 13. Altoona with the basketball. Looks like they'll be able to dribble it out. We'll take another 2-minute timeout and be back with our interview with head coach Paul Henricks of Altoona, then Coach Schilling of McDonell. Back in 2 minutes on WOGO Radio and the WOGO Sports live video stream on YouTube. McDonell basketball on the road at Altoona.
If you can dream it, Stelter can make it happen. For 3 generations, Stelter Incorporated has taken pride in turning dreams into reality with the absolute highest quality concrete built to last. Stelter mines and processes the aggregates themselves, ensuring only the best ready-mix concrete. And if you need materials delivered or hauled away, Stelter Inc. has a fleet of dump trucks to serve you and even provides the driver. When you expect the best, Stelter delivers every time. Start today at StelterIncorporated.com.
From businesses to homes, rental properties to ATVs, think Mauer Sperry Insurance in Chippewa Falls. Family run for 4 generations, Mauer Sperry Insurance is one of the oldest insurance agencies in the country, with coverage you can count on from a local team you trust. As an independent insurance agency, we find the companies that best fit your family's needs and budget. Based in Chippewa Falls, Mauer Sperry Insurance Agency, protecting people, empowering businesses. Learn more and get a quote at MauerINS.com.
Propane is energy efficient and affordable, and Quality Propane and Fuels has been the trusted propane supplier to northern Wisconsin since 1996. Propane keeps the lights on and your appliances and furnace running even during power outages. Trust the team at Quality Propane and Fuels, committed to their customers and always looking to improve safety and efficiency, helping you cut energy costs. Payment programs available for any situation, residential, commercial, or industrial. Choose Quality Propane and Fuels. Call, stop by, or visit qualitypropaneandfuels.com.
Want to reach more local customers? Advertise on WOGO Sports.
Back to Aaron Sigenthaler. 13 seconds left. Shot is made from deep.
Play defense.
McDonell takes the lead on the 3.
Slow her down.
45-44. Zastro with 3 seconds. Hager to win it at the buzzer off the winner.
Oh my goodness.
And McDonell wins it in a thriller.
Advertise in WOGO's broadcasts of local high school sports. Call us anytime or click on advertising at WOGO.com.
Welcome back to McDonell Basketball on the road here at Altoona, home of the Railroaders non-conference boys basketball tonight. Here with head coach Paul Henrichs of Altoona. Coach, 12-3 on the season so far, obviously off to a good start, getting past that halfway point. What are you doing well? Obviously, statistically, you're shooting the ball really well from all levels.
Yeah, and I think it's, a part of that. You shoot the ball really well, and, the biggest thing for us is guarding teams. We play some tough teams, and you can score, but if you don't stop anybody, but you're going to be in trouble at the end of the night. So, we really focused on the defensive end. That's kind of been our mindset. If we stop, we can score some points. So defense is number one.
Coach, so many times talk about rebounding being more about heart and hustle than it is height. You don't have a ton of height on this team, but again, even that win over Northwestern, you had multiple guys in double-digit rebounds.
Yeah, absolutely, and you said it right. It's about learning where the basketball goes, and that's one of the things I bring to this team is that mindset of being a good rebounder. So trying to figure out how's the ball going to bounce off the rim, put yourself in a good spot, and most likely where is that ball going to be when it's time to rebound. So teaching those guys to do that when you're not very big is a challenge, and it does take a lot of heart and a lot of want, and we got some guys on this team that'll do that.
And finally, Coach, second year in a row you're playing this McDonell team non-conference. How can they make you better? What do you see in them where you say, hey, we'll be a better team coming out after this?
Well, they're big, and it's going to be interesting tonight to see how our small guys compete with those big guys. Obviously, we're going to try to get up and down the court as fast as we can, make those big guys run. But last year, we were able to play at the Target Center, and they took it to us a little bit. So it's a good non-conference matchup. Talking a little bit to Coach Schilling ahead of time here this is a close game, especially for us moving to the middle border, playing someone that's right down the street. Yep, we'll put them back on the schedule after this. So, it's exciting to get one of these old rivalry games when we were in the Clover Belt back on the schedule, and, we look forward to playing them tonight.
Coach, we appreciate your time. Good to see you again, and best of luck to you and the Railroaders tonight and the rest of the way.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Head coach Paul Henrichs back after this with Coach Schilling of the Macks on WOGO Sports.
Royal Credit Union is here to help you plan ahead with health savings accounts that make saving for healthcare simpler and more rewarding. Royal's HSA checking has no monthly fees and easy access with your HSA debit card. And with tiered rates, you can earn more as your balance grows. It's time to start saving for medical expenses tax-free with a Royal HSA. Learn more and open your account at rcu.org/savehsa. Insured by NCUA.
Think about how much time you spend in your home. Wurz Gala Plumbing and Heating can make it so much more comfortable with radiant floor heating and luxurious bathroom remodels. Water softening and filtration. And whole house air purification so you can breathe easy. Love your home with Wurz Gala Plumbing and Heating. Call 839-0707 or go to wurzgala.com.
What are customers saying about Post Glass and Mirror?
Amazing job on my screens and very friendly.
I absolutely love my new Lindsay vinyl windows.
Prices are the best in town, along with fast customer service.
Got 2 heavy glass shower doors from Post Glass and Mirror. High quality, excellent service.
When I picked up my car after they replaced my windshield, it was cleaner than when I brought it in.
For commercial or residential glass and recalibration of the advanced driver safety system after windshield replacement for any make and model, call Post Glass and Mirror in Chippewa Falls. PostGlassandMirror.com.
Have you ever worried about what would happen if you or a loved one needed help but couldn't reach a phone? Help is just a push button away with 24/7 in West Wisconsin Telecom's medical alert systems. Installed by professionals, you're guaranteed to stay connected 24/7. New technologies follow seniors' activity and don't even require you to be wearing a device. You can be confident your family is safe with fast response times and a variety of sensors. Don't wait for an emergency to happen. Visit www.net/medical or call 231-2000.
Welcome back to Max Basketball on the road at Altoona to face the Railroaders here on WOGO Radio and the WOGO Sports Live video stream on YouTube. Head coach Adam Schilling of McDonell with us. And coach, obviously another busy week that you've got here playing a game on a Monday night. Again, a non-conference opponent like Altoona, they're 12-3 on this season. This is the kind of team that's really going to push you and test you.
Yeah, it's a good opportunity for us to play a good team on the road here, and we got 3 road games this week, so hopefully we can get off to a good start tonight, but it's going to be a really tough game for us, so hopefully we're up to the challenge.
Percentage-wise, they're really incredible, shooting from all over, well over 50% from the floor and almost 45% from 3. They get to the free throw line, they knock those down as well.
Yeah, they can really score. They get out in transition quite a bit and get a lot of high percentage shots, so hopefully our transition defense can get back and try to make them score in the half court.
You do have a length advantage in this game, it would seem. However, they rebound the ball pretty well as well, too. So, again, important, I would think, to win that battle.
Yeah, it seems like they all know their roles really well, and they got some guys that really get after the loose balls and make a lot of hustle plays. So I think they average around 9 offensive rebounds a game, and that's a pretty big number. So we don't want to give them second chances, and especially when they reload and hit threes.
Getting into this final month of the regular season now, what are you looking for down this stretch from your team?
Just consistency with effort. I think we've had some games where the effort wasn't there and just people weren't mentally into it. So we're just looking for that focus here to, try to stay positive and finish the year on a good note.
Coach, we're looking forward to it. Appreciate your time. We'll talk to you afterward.
Great. Thank you.
Head coach Adam Schilling here on WOGO Sports, your home for McDonell Athletics.
It may work for horseshoes and hand grenades, but sometimes close enough isn't good enough, especially when you need a boundary surveyed on your property. So call Heath, Loken & Associates, LLC, professional land surveying. State licensed and fully insured, they can handle residential, commercial, and government land surveying with the very latest surveying equipment and mapping software. Call owner Jason Heath at 715-720-4000. Get it done right. Heath, Loken & Associates, LLC, professional land surveying.
Competition drives us to be our best. That's why sports are such a valuable experience for all of our young athletes. At Toyson Ford, we know the importance of good competition. It's easier than ever to shop for a new car or truck, and that's pushed all of us at Toyson Ford to be better at what we do in creating a great experience for our customers. It's the reason that we have the slogan, "You'll find a friend." So before you head to the next high school game, stop into our all-new dealership in Chippewa Falls and see why you'll find a friend at Toyson Ford.
Location, it's very important. But what happens when you can't get to the glass repair shop to fix your windshield? Call White City Glass. They'll come to you. It doesn't matter if you're in Abbotsford, Arcadia, Rice Lake, or Hudson, or any place in between. They've installed thousands of windshields in thousands of places for 50 years. They know what they're doing. It's your car. It's your choice. Tell your insurance company you insist on White City Glass.
White City Glass.
Discover a fun and healthy lifestyle for your entire family at the YMCA of the Chippewa Valley. Benefit from a wide range of fitness opportunities, programs, and events without contracts or joiner fees. Take the first step towards a healthier you. Visit ymca-cv.org today or stop in for a tour at any of our 5 convenient locations. The YMCA of the Chippewa Valley and Chippewa Falls, Eau Claire, and Menominee. See you at the Y.
At Northwestern Bank, everything we do comes back to our mission, building stronger communities where people matter. This is Tracy Smisky, Market President at Northwestern Bank. Every day we provide all the great services and conveniences of modern banking, but know that it's our relationships with people that matter most. Because at Northwestern Bank, we believe that every person is valuable, and that's what makes our communities strong. Northwestern Bank, building stronger communities where people matter. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to McDonell basketball. You're on the road at Altoona. Non-conference action here tonight. We appreciate Athletic Director Andrew Cottle and the entire folks here at Altoona welcoming us in. And again, good to be back here in Altoona, a place that we were at so many times for so many years when the Railroaders were part of the Western Clear Belt Conference. It's been a bit. Last time we were here was last March. Sectional final game, the McDonell Lady Macks falling just a bit short to the Durand, Arkansas Panthers. But again, a place we've been many times throughout the years, and good to be back here in Altoona for this non-conference boys game between the 12-3 Railroaders and your 9-8 McDonell Central Macks. It's time for the Toyson Ford Keys to the Game, brought to you by the dealer where you'll find a friend, Toyson Ford in Chippewa Falls. Coach Schilling just alluded to it moments ago. This battle on the boards is going to be key tonight because McDonell has the height advantage, but that doesn't mean that they're going to have a gimme when it comes to a rebounding advantage. This Altoona team rebounds very well. We told you earlier in our pregame show, just that last game they played against a tough Northwestern team at the Sonnentag Center, won by 21, and had three guys in double-digit rebounds in Gower and Van Vliet and Becker. So not only can Altoona shoot it, but also they give themselves opportunities with about 9 offensive rebounds per game. They give themselves opportunities to get second chance points. And so the key here for McDonell, not only to win the battle on the boards, but I think more specifically, you have to limit Altoona to one shot. As well as they shoot, you still could have some difficulty, but you got to play good defense and limit the Rails to one shot, and then hopefully you'll be in a good spot at the end of the game. That's tonight's Keys to the Game, brought to you by the dealer where you'll find a friend, Toyson Ford in Chippewa Falls. We continue to edge closer to game time. We'll step out and be back in 2.5 minutes here on WOGO Radio, 103.1 FM AM 680 and WOGO.com, and the WOGO Sports live video stream on YouTube. Tell a friend, and again, would highly encourage you to check out, again, WOGO Sports on YouTube. Subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so you know whenever we go live with Chi High and McDonell Athletics. 2.5 minutes and we're back here on WOGO Sports coverage of McDonell basketball on the road at Altoona. Good to have you with us on a Monday night.
If you can dream it, Stelter can make it happen. For 3 generations, Stelter Incorporated has taken pride in turning dreams into reality with the absolute highest quality concrete built to last. Stelter mines and processes the aggregates themselves, ensuring only the best ready-mix concrete. And if you need materials delivered or hauled away, Stelter Inc. has a fleet of dump trucks to serve you and even provides the driver. When you expect the best, Stelter delivers every time. Start today at StelterIncorporated.com.
From businesses to homes, rental properties to ATVs, think Mauer Sperry Insurance in Chippewa Falls. Family run for 4 generations, Mauer Sperry Insurance is one of the oldest insurance agencies in the country, with coverage you can count on from a local team you trust. As an independent insurance agency, we find the companies that best fit your family's needs and budget. Based in Chippewa Falls, Mauer Sperry Insurance Agency, protecting people, empowering businesses. Learn more and get a quote at MauerINS.com.
Propane is energy efficient and affordable, and Quality Propane and Fuels has been the trusted propane supplier to northern Wisconsin since 1996. Propane keeps the lights on and your appliances and furnace running even during power outages. Trust the team at Quality Propane and Fuels, committed to their customers and always looking to improve safety and efficiency, helping you cut energy costs. Payment programs available for any situation, residential, commercial, or industrial. Choose Quality Propane and Fuels. Call, stop by, or visit qualitypropaneandfuels.com.
Want to reach more local customers? Advertise on WOGO Sports.
Back to Aaron Sigenthaler. 13 seconds left. Shot is made from deep. Play defense. McDonell takes the lead on the 3.
Slow her down.
45-44. Zastro with 3 seconds. Hager to win it at the buzzer off the win.
Oh my goodness.
And McDonell wins it in a thriller.
Advertise in WOGO's broadcasts of local high school sports. Call us anytime or click on advertising at WOGO.com.
At Royal Credit Union, we believe in banking with purpose. That's why we're here for you and your community with people-first service, local support, and all the accounts and loans you need to help reach your financial goals. As a not-for-profit cooperative, everything we do benefits the people and communities we serve, because Royal isn't just where you bank, it's where you belong. Experience the Royal Credit Union difference and learn more at rcu.org/royal support. Insured by NCUA. Loans subject to credit approval. Equal credit opportunity.
Welcome back to Max Basketball on WOGO Radio and the WOGO Sports live video stream on YouTube. Warm-up still underway as we give you a statistical comparison between both of these two teams. Of course, the record 12-3 for Altoona. They are 6-2 second in the Middle Border Conference behind only St. Croix Central. McDonell 9-8. They are fifth right now in the Western Clover Belt Conference, 3-6 on the season. McDonell's won 2 of their last 3 games, hoping to try to keep that hot streak alive. 61.3 points per game scored for McDonell, giving up 56.5. Offensively, Altoona 74.3 points per game scored. They give up 60.3. The comparison from three-point range. McDonell shooting 28% from range. They've made 101. That's about 6 made threes per game. On the other side, for the Railroaders, they've made 116 threes, almost 8 per game, and shoot at a 44% clip from downtown. McDonell shooting 42% from the field. Altoona shooting 51% from the field. McDonell shooting 62% from the free throw line, about 14 free throw attempts per game. Altoona about 13 free throw attempts per game, but they shoot 76% from the foul line for Coach Paul Hendricks. McDonell 34.4 rebounds per game and 32.1 rebounds per game for Altoona. Again, we mentioned that in our Toys and Forward Keys to the game, how that's certainly going to be a big factor. Can McDonell keep the Railroaders off the offensive glass and limit those second chance opportunities? McDonell about 17 fouls per game. As far as assists are concerned, Altoona with an edge there, 16.3 assists per game. Again, they're scoring over 74 points per game. McDonell just under 13 assists per game. Steals pretty similar, just under 8 steals per game for McDonell. The Railroaders 7.6 steals per game. Turnovers exactly even, 14.1 turnovers per game. And again, the record, the big one, only 3 losses so far for Altoona, and 2 of those, if I'm not mistaken, were just one-possession losses. So this is a talented team McDonell has to go up against, a team that can make you better, can prep you for the stretch run for the playoffs, and we're looking forward to this one very much. Last game out for McDonell, back on the 29th, so just a few days ago, a 65-48 win over the Thorpe Cardinals on senior night. That was the 3rd conference victory for the Macks. Carson Galvez had 17 points. He was 3 of 4 from downtown. Nathan Hazel was 16 points. He was 2 of 3 from range. McDonell as a team, 47% from three-point range, 7 of 15. They'd love to carry over that hot shooting here tonight. They were a little bit down from the free throw line, just 10 attempts and 4 of 10 for 40%. Also in that game, Brennan Lizelle Christensen had 10 points, Desian Matthews 6 points, but 7 rebounds for Coach Adam Schilling. The Macks had 26 rebounds in that win, 7 steals, 11 turnovers, and 14 assists. They shot 31 of 48 from the field, 56%. And again, you'd love to be able to take that hot shooting on the road here at a hot shooting Altoona team. We'll step out and be back right after this here on WOGO Radio and the WOGO Sports Live video stream on YouTube. Player introductions and tip-off coming next. Our broadcast brought to you in part by Northwestern Bank, building stronger communities where people matter and proud to support local athletics. Northwestern Bank. We're back in 3 minutes here on WOGO Radio and WOGO Sports on Facebook and YouTube. This is McDonell Macks Basketball. Back in 3 minutes.
Yep, it's cold. And as you're spending extra time indoors, you realize it's time for a change. No, not a tropical getaway. Something a little more practical, like that long overdue bathroom remodel from Wurzgala Plumbing and Heating. Treat yourself to a walk-in shower and add grab bars for extra safety. Or finally adding that extra bathroom in the basement. Call Wurzgala Plumbing and Heating for a free estimate and make the dream happen.
We serve again, Wurzgala Company.
Add value and beauty to your home with Post Glass and Mirror. Ensure every day starts better with a gorgeous custom shower door. Did you know that adding mirrors to a room can make it feel 2 times bigger? Post Glass and Mirror has many styles and shapes of mirrors to choose from. And does condensation gathering inside your windows make them look like they're crying? Don't end up shedding tears yourself over high energy bills. Call Post Glass and Mirror today. Post Glass and Mirror in Chippewa Falls. Free estimates start today at postglassandmirror.com.
Have you ever worried about what would happen if you or a loved one needed help and couldn't reach a phone? Help is just a push button away with 24/7 in West Wisconsin Telecom's medical alert systems. Installed by professionals, you're guaranteed to stay connected 24/7. New technologies follow seniors' activity and don't even require you to be wearing a device. You can be confident your family is safe with fast response times and a variety of sensors. Don't wait for an emergency to happen. Visit wwt.net/medical or call 231-2000.
It may work for horseshoes and hand grenades, but sometimes close enough isn't good enough, especially when you need a boundary surveyed on your property. So call Heath, Loken & Associates, LLC, Professional Land Surveying. State licensed and fully insured, they can handle residential, commercial, and government land surveying with the very latest surveying equipment and mapping software. Call owner Jason Heath at 715-720-4000. Get it done right. Heath, Loken & Associates, LLC, Professional Land Surveying.
Competition drives us to be our best. That's why sports are such a valuable experience for all of our young athletes. At Toyson Ford, we know the importance of good competition. It's easier than ever to shop for a new car or truck, and that's pushed all of us at Toyson Ford to be better at what we do in creating a great experience for our customers. It's the reason that we have the slogan, "You'll find a friend." So before you head to the next high school game, stop into our all-new dealership in Chippewa Falls and see why you'll find a friend at Toyson Ford.
Remember when you were a kid and broke that window? Remember how bad you felt when Mom and Dad found out? Mom made everything okay with hot cookies. Dad called White City Glass to fix it. That was years ago. When someone little you know breaks one of your windows, bake the cookies and call White City Glass. They're in the business of fixing broken glass of any kind. White City Glass, helping people of all ages since 1967.
Players being introduced here at the Roundhouse in Altoona for your McDonell Macks. Desi and Matthews, 6'3" senior guard averaging 4.9 points per game. Nathan Hazel, the 6'3" junior guard, number 22, averaging 8.8 points and 1.5 steals. Carson Galvez, 6'5" senior forward, number 33, 11.8 points per game. Brennan Lizelle Christensen, the leading scorer for McDonell, the 6'5" junior forward, 12.7 points per game, 6.6 rebounds, second on the team in that category, and 1.5 steals per game. And Mason Bussey, number 44, rounds out the starting five, the 6'6" senior center. 5.8 points, leads the team at 7.8 rebounds per game for head coach Adam Schilling. On the other side for the Altoona Railroaders, number 2, Owen Gunderson, 6'1" junior, 19.7 points per game. Grayson Becker, the 6'2" junior, number 3, averaging 27.9 points per game. Ethan Michaels, 6'1" senior, number 5, 3.1 points per game. Sawyer Van Vliet, 6'1" senior, number 10, 3.9 points per game. And Connor Gower, 6'2" junior, number 32, 4.8 points per game and almost 11 rebounds, 10.9 rebounds per game for head coach Paul Hendricks. Grayson Becker was just introduced before the game, honored before the game, reaching that 1,000-point plateau. They had a presentation out there. He is at 1,134 points for his Altoona career. Again, just over the halfway point of his junior season. So not out of the realm of possibility that Becker could hit the 2,000 mark for Altoona before he says goodbye to his Railroaders uniform. Altoona in the red uniforms, tops and bottoms, with the white numerals, black piping, red and white checkerboards on the side of the tanks and shorts. McDonell resplendent in their white uniforms, royal blue numerals, and gold piping as Brennan Lizelle Christensen wins the tap, and we are underway. McDonell moving right to left as we look at it here at the Roundhouse in Altoona. And can expect pressure defense from the Railroaders. Carson Galvez, a shot from low on the left side, no offensive rebound. Nathan Hazel turns up, goes up strong with the right hand, banks it in and scores. 2-0 the Macks. Owen Gunderson pulls up, left baseline, ties the game. A very confident jump shot for Gunderson. Tied at 2 apiece. Tipped ball. Gunderson knocks it into Grayson Becker. Becker on the run. Flies in for a slam. 4-2. He can take off in a hurry. McDonell now to inbound against full court pressure. 17:07 to play. We have our first whistle, first foul of the game. And that's going to go against Gunderson. Team's first and Gunderson's first. Brennan Lizelle Christensen to inbound. Finds Nathan Hazel. Hazel walking across the timeline. Again, no Cale Holm available tonight. Desi Matthews starting in his place, senior for senior. Carson Galvez in the left corner. Finds Hazel. Hazel cuts it up and in for 2. We're tied at 4. Good passing from McDonell. Nathan Hazel with all 4 of the points for the Macks boys. With 16:45 remaining. Gunderson guarded by Brennan Lizelle Christensen. Finds Gower. Gower left side to Gunderson. Becker coming up to get the ball. He'll take it up top. Nathan Hazel pursuing him. Kick into the left corner. That's Van Vliet. Gower again, a very talented passer at 9 assists, and they'll drop it down low. An easy basket to make it 6-4. Ethan Michaels takes it that time. Brennan Lizelle Christensen shoots it ahead. Desi Matthews, baseline jumper, ties it at 6. Good shooting on both sides so far. Almost 2 minutes in. 12 points combined. Gower, bounce pass to the left corner. That's Michaels, who just had his first bucket. Finds Grayson Becker, back to Michaels high on the left. And the majority of the Altoona scoring comes from Gunderson and Becker. And Gunderson lets fly a little bit too strong, but there's an offensive rebound.
We're talking about
Van Vliet.
The rebounding in the pregame.
Absolutely, our Toyson Ford key to the game. McDonell needs to limit the second chance opportunities for this very hot shooting Altoona team. Bounce pass down low, off the glass, too strong. Another offensive rebound, Gower this time. Kicks out right side, passing up the 3 is Van Vliet. Michaels probing along the baseline, bounce back out to Gunderson. Gunderson against Brennan Lizelle Christensen. Loops over to Grayson Becker. Becker work against Hazel, crosses over on him. Tough pull-up jumper from the baseline is good. Wow. 8-6. Not a lot of defense that can be played against an elevation and a shot like that. Hazel looking ahead for Mason Bussey, throws it out of bounds. A little bit too tall to handle. McDonell getting sped up a bit here. 14:52 left to play. Number 23, Jacob Kelbell, 5'10" freshman, averaging 7.3 points per game. He's hit 29 threes. He's on the floor now for Coach Paul Henricks. Home team with the lead here at Altoona, 8-6. Gunderson getting a screen from Gower up top. Knocked away for a moment by Desi Matthews. Now Gower has at the left elbow. Turns, rotates out outside to Kelbell. Again, talented three-point shooter. Van Vliet to Kelbell. He has an open look at a 3. Back rim, no. Long rebound. Brennan Lizelle Christensen snaps it up for the Macks. And shoots to Desi and Matthews in the right corner. Matthews is doubled. He's in trouble. Knocked away and stolen by Gower. Gower finds Gunderson. Down the middle of the lane. Coming up short. Rebound to Mason Bussey. Outlet to Carson Galvez. Galvez pushes ahead off the glass and maybe the front of the rim and back out to Altoona. Pulling up from the foul line. Rimming out Grayson Becker. Frenetic pace here in the first 4+ minutes. Brennan Lizelle Christensen down the middle of the lane, and he's held up and fouled. That'll be the second whistle against Altoona with 13:50 to play. Stelter Inc. works every day to bring you the absolute highest quality and longest lasting concrete with a fleet of dump trucks and drivers at your service. 3 generations of turning dreams into reality, and always proud to support local sports. Visit StelterIncorporated.com. That's StelterIncorporated.com. Nathan Hazel. Bounce right side. Carson Galvez. Galvez to Brennan Lizelle Christensen. Dumping down to the post. Knocked away. He was looking for Nathan Hazel.
Altoona plays a 3-2 zone there, and it's tight.
Kelbell to Gunderson. Guarded by Brennan Lizelle Christensen. Calbell thought about a three instead of head fake. The freshman pulls it up at the right block. Mason Bussey giving him some space. Calbell airballs one from 14 feet along the baseline.
Yeah, it took him a long time to.
Nathan Hazel drives in, comes up short. Good defense by Van Vliet. Owen Gunderson, his team with an 8-6 lead. Gunderson driving baseline, scoops to Van Vliet off the glass and scores. 10-6. 4 different players have scored for Altoona. They lead by 4. Brennan Lizelle Christensen to Carson Galvez. Mason Bussey far side. Back to Galvez, down the lane. Galvez doubled, missed, out of bounds, knocked out of bounds by Altoona. And it'll stay McDonell basketball with 12:45 on the clock. Isaac Crawford will come into the game for McDonell, number 1, the junior, also number 24, the junior, Luke Anderson. And we have a timeout on the floor as well. Full timeout. We'll be back in 60 seconds. This is Max Basketball on WOGO Sports.
At the YMCA of the Chippewa Valley, your wellness journey starts today. With no joiner's fee, no contracts, and no long-term commitments. The only commitment we ask for is the one you make to yourself. Whether you're hitting the gym, taking a swim, or finding your community in a class, the Y is here to support your goals your way. Join today at ymca-cv.org. That's ymca-cv.org, because your best self starts here.
At Northwestern Bank, everything we do comes back to our mission, building stronger communities where people matter. This is Tracy Smiskey, Market President at Northwestern Bank. Every day we provide all the great services and conveniences of modern banking, but know that it's our relationships with people that matter most. Because at Northwestern Bank, we believe that every person is valuable, and that's what makes our communities strong. Northwestern Bank, building stronger communities where people matter. Member FDIC.
Caleb Sons and Mark Maloney with you on WOGO Sports, your home for Chi-High McDonell Athletics. Dawson Halverson, our audio producer, back at the WOGO home base in Halley. Sam Aberley is our video producer on site here at the Roundhouse in Altoona, where McDonell will inbound underneath the hoop, trailing 10-6. Nathan Hazel takes it from Isaac Crawford to the right corner. He's immediately doubled. Hazel in some trouble, splits the double team, and he's fouled. That'll be the third whistle of the game against the Rails with 12:39 remaining. Wersgala Plumbing and Heating offers a wide variety of services, from repairing leaky faucets to installing grab bars, coordinating your kitchen or bathroom remodel project, installing air purification systems, and so much more. A steal, and look out, here comes Grayson Becker, and Becker pounds it home. 12-6. Altoona has doubled up, and that is the second slam from Becker, as he windmilled that sucker.
He has some hops.
Just a junior. Brennan Lizelle Christensen, talented junior in his own right, comes up short on the layup attempt. Owen Gunderson down the lane, shoots it down to Van Vliet. Van Vliet back out to Gunderson, lofts a three from the right corner, side of the rim, no, good rebound by Carson. Brennan Lizelle Christensen drives in hard, and he is sent hard to the ground. We'll see what the call is there. Who it goes against.
Should be against Gower. Yep, his second.
Second on Gower, who again does a lot of good things for this Altoona team. And Brennan Lizelle Christensen, with his team trailing 12-6. Trying to quiet things down a little bit with a score. Free throw is good for Brennan. Makes it 12-7. Again, Wersgala Plumbing and Heating, a wide variety of services they offer, from repairing leaky faucets to installing grab bars, coordinating your kitchen or bathroom remodel project, installing air purification systems, and so much more. Large job or small, call the pros at Wersgala Plumbing and Heating. Second free throw rims in for Brennan Lizelle Christensen. It is a 12-8 game. Brennan McDonell's leading scorer at just under 13 per game. Those are his first 2 points. Van Vliet challenged, but goes over the top of Anderson for 2 from low on the right block. Van Vliet now has 4. And a steal for Altoona. Gower. Pull up, baseline jumper, rims in and out. Rebound out to Nathan Hazel for McDonell. Luke Anderson had it for a moment. Isaac Crawford going in strong, high to the rim. No. Shot off the mark, and that may be the first whistle against McDonell.
Going against Nathan.
As Hazel got tied up. 11:29 left in a 6-point game. 4 whistles against Altoona, the first there against McDonell. White City Glass salutes all the hardworking athletes. For all your windshield glass and garage door needs, call White City Glass of Chippewa Falls. If you have a need for anything glass, a new mirror, quality shower doors, a new windshield, call the glass leaders, White City Glass. That's White City Glass. Becker to Van Vliet. Van Vliet doubled, maybe even tripled. He'll kick out to Kelbell. Gower playing with those 2 fouls. Out to Van Vliet. Kick to Kelbell right side. Gets by his defender. Kelbell pulls it up at the right block. The freshman loops it out to Gunderson. Gunderson back to Kelbell. Wide open. Corner pocket. 3 is good. They move the ball well. 17-8. Kelbell his 30th 3 of the season. And a 9-point lead. Dangerous pass for McDonell along the baseline. They're able to get it out of trouble. Nathan Hazel to Isaac Crawford. Back to Carson Galvez. Galvez fights a pass to Brennan Lizelle Christensen. He drives baseline. Isaac Crawford, extra pass. Galvez, Nathan Hazel. High post feed, Luke Anderson. Anderson pulls up, and the lane and scores 17-10. Luke Anderson, a nice soft touch.
Wide open in the middle. Nice job moving the ball.
Kelbell on the far side, the freshman. Drops down to Grayson Becker. Gower up top, working the foul line. Picks up his dribble to Gunderson. Right corner Van Vliet, driving baseline, into a crowd. Kick out to Kelbell, wide open 3, same spot, left corner, same result. He knows his role. The freshman Kelbell has hit 2 from that corner, 20-10.
He's got a good shot.
Brennan Lizelle Christensen finds Carson Galvez. Galvez, no-look pass to Crawford in the corner. Crawford penetrating into the lane. Back to Galvez. Extra pass. Brennan Lizelle Christensen for 3. That one well off the mark. Rebound pulled down by Van Vliet. 20-10, a 10-point lead for the Rails. Grayson Becker weaving into the lane. Cuts in hard to the rim. No. Rebound batted out to Nathan Hazel from Carson Galvez. Now the Macs on the run. Nathan Hazel down the lane. Pulls up from 5 feet. Sweet. 20-12. Good balance by Nathan Hazel. He has 6 for the Macs. 8-point lead for Altoona. Owen Gunderson looking for the handoff to Grayson Becker. Junior to junior. Flip to Gower. The right elbow. Kelbell has another wide open look at a 3.
Oh,
goodness gracious. He's hit 3 in a row. 23-12. Under 9 minutes to go here in the first half. Altoona riding a wave of hot shooting. Isaac Crawford, left corner to answer for 3. You bet! Crawford, a much-needed triple for McDonell. 23-15. Shot missed on the other side for Altoona. Offensive rebound, Van Vliet with 8:36 to play. Jump ball, and that should
call
stay.
a foul. He did. Called it on Luke.
Luke Anderson, his first, team second. Desi and Matthews will come in. Also Dawson Moulton. Dawson was just in Green Bay along with Mason Bussey, All-State. At the Lambeau Field Atrium. Dawson, of course, also being announced as the 8-player player of the year.
Full timeout Altoona.
60-second break and we're back. This is McDonell Boys Basketball on WOGO Sports.
If you can dream it, Stelter can make it happen. For 3 generations, Stelter Incorporated has taken pride in turning dreams into reality with the absolute highest quality concrete built to last. Stelter mines and processes the aggregates themselves, ensuring only the best ready-mix concrete. And if you need materials delivered or hauled away, Stelter Inc. has a fleet of dump trucks to serve you and even provides the driver. When you expect the best, Stelter delivers every time. Start today at StelterIncorporated.com.
From businesses to homes, rental properties to ATVs, think Mauer Sperry Insurance in Chippewa Falls. Family run for 4 generations, Mauer Sperry Insurance is one of the oldest insurance agencies in the country, with coverage you can count on from a local team you trust. As an independent insurance agency, we find the companies that best fit your family's needs and budget. Based in Chippewa Falls, Mauer Sperry Insurance Agency, protecting people, empowering businesses. Learn more and get a quote at MauerINS.com.
Caleb Swenson, Mark Maloney, Sam Aberley, your WOGO Sports broadcast team on site here at Altoona. Home of the Railroaders. Dawson Halverson, our audio producer, back in the WOGO studios in Halley. Three made threes so far for Altoona. 9 of their 23 points. They lead McDonell by 8. And the Railroaders have the basketball. They'll dump it into Grayson Becker, and Becker just elevates and scores over everyone. That's a pretty simple inbound play and very effective.
Well, up against Isaac, there's a little bit of height advantage.
Desi and Matthews back into the game, stripped on the way to the hoop, and that'll be the 5th foul against the Railroaders with 8:22 to play. And Desian will go to the line shooting 2. I think they got Ethan Michaels with that one, his first. Look for the Maurer Spurrier Insurance highlights of the week on our WOGO Sports social media channels. Follow WOGO Sports on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, and TikTok. Brought to you by Maurer Sperry Insurance of Chippewa Falls. That's Maurer Sperry Insurance in Chippewa Falls. Matthews, no good on the first free throw attempt. Busy week here on WOGO. Check out wogo.com to see the sports schedule. Chi-High boys hockey against Rice Lake tomorrow. Matthews hits the second free throw. That's his first point. 25-16, back within single digits are the Macks. Altoona moving left to right here in the first half. Cowbell flips to Van Vliet, penetrating down the lane. Kick back to Cowbell for his 4-3. Oh, wow. That freshman can shoot. McDonell on the other side. Desi and Matthews off the glass. No. Dawson Moulton fighting for the rebound, taken away by Cowbell. Owen Gunderson on the run. 28-16. Cowbell lofts again, hits again. 31-16. 5 threes in the first 10 minutes for Cowbell, and he didn't even start the game. Nathan Hazel crossing over on his defender. Bounces it to Moulton. Moulton attacks into the paint, kick out Carson Galvez. McDonell needs this 3 and he gets it. Carson Galvez, 31-19. Just trying to withstand the barrage. First bucket of the night for Carson. In the lane, a whistle and a foul as Gunderson takes it into the body of Dawson Moulton, who doesn't like the call, but that'll be McDonell's 3rd whistle, first on Dawson. At Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, their team of highly trained sports medicine orthopedic surgeons and athletic trainers will get you back in the game in Altoona and Chippewa Falls with a new clinic and surgery center in Rice Lake. Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Inbounds to Michaels. Gunderson extra pass. Cowbell lost it. Gets it back. Right side to Michaels. Michaels drops it off Van Vliet, attacking the hoop off the glass. Counter and a foul. This is a confident, quick Altoona team. And they lead 33-19 with 6:59 remaining. McDonell will add some height as Mason Bussey and Brennan Lizelle Christensen will check back in. Dawson Moulton out. And Isaac Crawford out. So Van Vliet with a 14-point lead for his team, looking for the old-fashioned 3-point play.
Altoona just does a very, very good job of moving the basketball.
15 of their 33 points from beyond the arc, all from Jacob Cowbell. Free throw too long. Battle for the rebound, and Gunderson. An offensive board. Out to Cowbell. Cowbell attacking along the baseline. Run into some trouble. Flips back to Michaels. Michaels loops it for Grayson Becker. He'll pull up for 3. He's hit. No call against McDonell. Rebound back out to Cowbell near midcourt, but he stepped with his heel right on that red stripe, and the official right on top of it. 6:42 to play in the first half. But right now, I think for McDonell, you would consider it a win if you could claw back into single digits.
Yeah.
In terms of a deficit at the half, and then try and regroup a little bit here and hope that Jacob Cowbell has run out of steam. Desi and Matthews for a 3. That one too long. Knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Altoona, as scrabbling for it on the floor was Gunderson. When you need a boundary surveyed on residential or commercial property, think Heath Loken & Associates LLC Professional Land Surveying. Get it done right. Call owner Jason Heason. Heath Loken at 715-720-4000. That's 720-4000. Heath Loken & Associates, LLC, professional land surveying. Desian Matthews falling away off the glass and scores off the feed from Mason Bussey. 33-21.
A tough shot for Desia.
Matthews with 5 points. Grayson Becker up top. Let's fly for three. Hits a three. 36-21. 15-point deficit again for McDonell. Feed into the paint. Hazel cuts up with the left hand, comes up short. Rebound out to Altoona. Knocked out of bounds, last touch by McDonell. With 5:51 to play in the half. Propane keeps the lights on and your appliances and furnace running even during power outages, residential, commercial, or industrial. Choose Quality Propane and Fuels for your home or business. QualityPropaneandFuels.com. That's QualityPropaneandFuels.com. Michaels back to Gunderson, who passed up the three. Gunderson instead, tough midi pull up along the baseline, no. Rebound to Brennan Lizelle Christensen. Finds Carson Galvez. Becker coming at him in the backcourt. Shoots a pass splitting defenders to Brennan Lizelle Christensen. Junior to senior, Carson Galvez right wing. Doubled, finds Mason Bussey, rotates. Desian Matthews. Runner, beautiful touch. 36-23. Desian Matthews coming alive, scoring here in the first half with 7 points. Max down 13. Still over 5 minutes to play here in the first half. Kelbell, another three. Can he do it again? Not that time. Back rim.
Might be the cool down that we needed right there.
Carson Galvez trying to avoid the trap from Becker and Gunderson. Finds Nathan Hazel. Hazel attacking down the lane. Brennan Lizelle Christensen pulls up baseline jumper. That one rims out. Gunderson goes high for the rebound. Poked away from behind, but a foul. We'll get Desian Matthews with that one with 4:49 to go. Keep your finances on track with Royal Credit Union. RCU accounts come with smart tools like a mobile app that helps you stay in the know and stick to your goals. Open your account at rcu.org or any office insured by NCUA. 4:49 on the clock. 36-23 the score in favor of Altoona. You're listening on the radio at 103.1 FM, AM 680 or wogo.com. Gunderson falls to the floor. Tie up. Possession, I believe, should be with Altoona. Gower's going to come back in along with Javarius Connor, a 6'1" sophomore averaging 2.9 points per game. Kelbell will get a well-deserved hand from his bench after his triple outburst.
Well, he missed one.
So he did miss one, so then they yanked him
out.
Gunderson to inbound. Shoots it right up top to Gower. Gower a bounce back to Gunderson in the left corner. Gives him a screen. Gunderson to Gower. Lost the handle. Carson Galvez gobbles it up. Galvez now on the run for McDonell. Galvez down the lane. Goes hard to the rim, and he's hit hard and taken to the ground. With 4:21 to play, that is the 6th team foul on Altoona. We had been even at 5 fouls apiece. Now Carson Galvez will go to the line and will shoot 2 with the clock stopped to try to edge McDonell a little bit closer.
Connor Gower just picked up his third.
That's significant. And put him back in with 2, and Carson Galvez able to draw one of the starters' third foul. First free throw rims out for the Macks. Again, shooting 62% from the foul line. They were just 4 of 10 in their last win over Thorpe. So Gower will sit with those 3 fouls. Galvez looking to split this trip to the charity stripe. Free throw is good. 36-24, Macks down 12. Carson has 4 points. Connor back out to Gunderson. Leaves it for Ethan Michaels, the senior. Desian Matthews pokes a pass into the youth section. A lot of fluorescent shirts from the youth basketball here in Altoona. Great to see them, along with a very healthy student section for Altoona. Good crowd here. They have a lot to be excited about with this year's team. 12-3 already. Michaels left all alone. They dared him to shoot. He almost made him pay. Rimmed it out. Long lead feed ahead to Nathan Hazel. Hazel down the lane. Scoops, regathers, misses. Offensive rebound, Desian Matthews. No, but a foul. That'll be the 17th foul in Altoona, shooting either way. Desi and Matthews, who is, I believe, 1 for 2 at the foul line tonight. Shooting 2 with 3:54 left. And that one goes against Michaels, his second. First free throw for Desi and Matthews, rims out. Donald's been leaving some points here at the line.
Yeah.
Look for the Mauer Sperry Insurance highlights of the week on our WOGO Sports social media channels. Follow WOGO Sports on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, and TikTok. Brought to you by Mauer Sperry Insurance in Chippewa Falls. Luke Anderson checks in for Mason Bussey. We weren't there, or I wasn't there, but senior night, Mason hit a 3. His dad Justice showed me the video for proof, and it was pure. He stroked it. Matthews, second free throw rims in. 36-25. Desi Matthews had a good first half, 8 points. Donald's going to need it. Trailing by 11 here against a very potent Railroaders team. Kelbell is back in there for Altoona with his 5 made threes here in the first half. Kelbell gets it back, head fake along the baseline, pulls it up, straddling the paint. Out to Gunderson. Gunderson has it poked away. Brennan Lizelle Christensen. Brennan down the middle of the lane, knocked away from him, out of bounds. Which way? Back to Altoona. Good hands by the Rails in transition D. And Lizelle Christensen looking to get a run out. Railroaders defense says no. 11-point game. Again, we've said the goal for McDonell probably trying to just get it back to single digits by half. They need to string together a couple stops here. Van Vliet attacking the rim. No, but a foul on Nathan Hazel. Northwestern Bank, building stronger communities where people matter and proud to support local athletics. Northwestern Bank. Also, McDonell Area Catholic Schools is now enrolling students for grades 3K through 12. Experience a nurturing faith-based education that inspires excellence and fosters growth. Visit the website, apply today, join the community of learners. McDonellAreaCatholicSchools.org. That's McDonellAreaCatholicSchools.org. Van Vliet long in the first free throw. We stay on an 11-point game, 36-25. Isaac Crawford comes in for Nathan Hazel. That was Nathan's second foul, so presumably he'll need to sit here for the final 3:13. He's been playing well. You don't want to risk him picking up his third foul like Gower did for Altoona. Second free throw is perfect to make it a 37-25 game, as Van Vliet now has 5 points. 3:10 to go. Brennan Lizelle Christensen, guarded by Van Vliet, gives to Carson Galvez. Galvez to Anderson. Anderson a head fake. Brennan Lizelle Christensen in the left corner. Luke Anderson rotates to Isaac Crawford, junior to junior. Against Gunderson, drops down Brennan Lizelle Christensen. Up with the left hand, no, too strong. Van Vliet snaps down the rebound. Finds Connor. Gunderson takes it across the timeline. Grayson Becker moves back to Gunderson in the right corner. Owen Gunderson, the junior, slides a bounce pass down low. Connor has it, challenged by Luke Anderson, and misses a bunny. Push ahead to Desi and Matthews. Matthews down the lane, and it won't drop. Oh, goodness. A layup just halfway down and somehow popped back out. Grayson Becker probing into the lane, maintaining his dribble. Now gave it up, tied up by Luke Anderson. And a held ball possession going back to McDonell. Good quick hands by Anderson. 2:19 left.
Got nice collapse there by Luke.
Brennan Lizelle Christensen will inbound to Carson Galvez. Galvez takes it down the floor for the Macks. Drops it high post to Luke Anderson. To Brennan Lizelle Christensen. Brennan holding, wheeling back to Anderson. Guarded by Kelbell. Lizelle Christensen right side. Leaves for Anderson in front of the Altoona student section. Crawford to Carson Galvez in the left corner. Carson in the lane. Muscles one up with the right hand. Can't get it to fall. Rebound to Grayson Becker. Becker pushes ahead to Connor. Connor on the left side, now straddling the arc. Leaves it for Becker. Becker probing down the middle of the lane. His runner is good. 39-25. Grayson Becker just slicing through the McDonell defense that time. 94 seconds to play in the half. 14-point deficit for the Macks. Carson Galvez in the right corner, guarded by Becker. Leaves for Anderson. Isaac Crawford, left wing. Carson Galvez up top. Flips to Anderson in the right corner. And McDonell without Cale Holm here tonight. Reaching in a foul by Connor. That's going to send Anderson to the line shooting a 1-and-1. 1:14 on the clock. When you need a boundary surveyed on residential or commercial property, think Heath Loken and Associates LLC Professional Land Surveying. Get it done right. Call owner Jason Heath and Heath Loken, 715-720-4000. That's 720-4000. Grayson Rathbun, a 6-foot freshman, averaging 1.5 points per game here into the matchup and the late going for Coach Paul Hendricks. Anderson first free throw, the 1-and-1 won't go down. Isaac Crawford goes high for the rebound. He lost it, and I think they'll say he stepped on the baseline. Yep. Gunderson gives him a helping hand up. Isaac showed off the bounciness there. So he went to get that one, but unfortunately to no avail, and it's back to Altoona.
Came down with a little too much momentum there and lost his footing.
Gunderson to Becker. Extra pass, Cowbell in the corner. The freshman picks up his dribble. Moves it for Rathbun, fellow freshman Grayson Becker, the junior. Under 60 seconds to play. 39-25 lead for Altoona. Cowbell holding. Skip pass, Rathbun, left wing. Grayson Becker, guarded by Brennan Zell Christensen, gets around him. Beautiful flip up to the cup with the right hand, 41-25. Smooth is what comes to mind with Grayson Becker. He is absolutely under control.
That was a great shot.
33 seconds left. McDonell get one here before the half, trailing by 16 now. It's one of the area's best in Altoona. Desian Matthews for Carson Galvez. Extra pass to Crawford in the corner. Isaac across the foul line to Desian Matthews. Lofts a three, right corner. That one off the mark. Fight for the rebound. Push ahead to Rathbun. Finds Owen Gunderson. 5 seconds to play. Gunderson down the left side of the lane. Held up and fouled. Carson Galvez going to pick up a late one with 2.9 seconds left. Gunderson will get 2 to try to extend this 16-point advantage. White City Glass salutes all the hardworking athletes. For all your windshield glass and garage door needs, call White City Glass of Chippewa Falls. Gunderson averaging 19.7 points per game. Hits the first free throw. It's 42-25. That's just the 3rd point for Owen Gunderson tonight. Coach Hendricks calling out to his team. They don't want to foul late in this one. Is the second good as well for Gunderson. Give him 4 points in the half. 2.9 seconds left. Anderson will pick it up near midcourt. Will launch one from 40 feet off the glass, but too strong. And McDonell goes into the half, trailing by 18, one of their largest deficits of this season. We'll step out and be back in 3 minutes here on WOGO Radio, Hallie, Eau Claire, Chippewa Falls, and the WOGO Sports Live video stream on YouTube. Back in 3 minutes. This is Max Basketball on WOGO Sports.
Propane is energy efficient and affordable, and Quality Propane and Fuels has been the trusted propane supplier to northern Wisconsin since 1996. Propane keeps the lights on and your appliances and furnace running even during power outages. Trust the team at Quality Propane and Fuels, committed to their customers and always looking to improve safety and efficiency, helping you cut energy costs. Payment programs available for any situation. Residential, commercial, or industrial, choose Quality Propane and Fuels. Call, stop by, or visit qualitypropaneandfuels.com.
Want to reach more local customers? Advertise on WOGO Sports.
Back to Aaron Siegenthaler. 13 seconds left. Shot is made from deep.
Play defense.
McDonell takes the lead on the 3.
Slow her down.
45-44. Zastro with 3 seconds. Hager to win it at the buzzer off the winner.
Oh my goodness.
And McDonell wins in the thriller.
Advertise in WOGO's broadcasts of local high school sports. Call us anytime or click on advertising at WOGO.com.
Royal Credit Union is here to help you plan ahead with health savings accounts that make saving for healthcare simpler and more rewarding. Royal's HSA checking has no monthly fees and easy access with your HSA debit card. And with tiered rates, you can earn more as your balance grows. It's time to start saving for medical expenses tax-free with a Royal HSA. Learn more and open your account at rcu.org/savehsa. Insured by NCUA.
Think about how much time you spend in your home. Wurz Gala Plumbing and Heating can make it so much more comfortable with radiant floor heating and luxurious bathroom remodels. water softening and filtration, and whole house air purification, so you can breathe easy. Love your home with Wurzgala Plumbing and Heating. Call 839-0707 or go to wurzgala.com.
Serve again with Gala Company.
At Post Glass and Mirror, quality comes first. Maybe you need a beautiful storefront window or a show-stopping custom shower door. Post Glass and Mirror can custom cut glass and mirrors and offers quick replacement of fogged or broken windows. And if your windshield takes a hit, they offer free mobile service and can recalibrate the advanced driver safety system after windshield replacement for all makes and models. Post Glass and Mirror is also hiring auto glass technicians, window installers, and in-shop repair technicians. For commercial, home, and auto glass, call Post Glass and Mirror in Chippewa Falls.
Have you ever worried about what would happen if you or a loved one needed help but couldn't reach a phone? Help is just a push button away with 24/7 in West Wisconsin Telecom's medical alert systems. Installed by professionals, you're guaranteed to stay connected 24/7. New technologies follow seniors' activity and don't even require you to be wearing a device. You can be confident your family is safe with fast response times and a variety of sensors. Don't wait for an emergency to happen. Visit wwt.net/medical or call 231-2000.
Halftime here in Altoona. Good to see some of the youth players honor the future of this very talented Altoona Railroaders basketball program. They lead McDonell at the half, 43-25, and Mark Maloney, it hasn't necessarily been a lot of poor play from the Macks, just a really elevated play from the Rails and especially their shooting. Jacob Kelbell has 15 of their 43 points. Grayson Becker has kind of been as advertised. They've actually held Owen Gunderson down a little bit so far. He's been creating for other people, but again, it's not necessarily a poor half for McDonell. They just kind of needed everything they got in terms of firepower to keep up with this Altoona team.
Yeah, Altoona is on tonight. I mean, their ball handling is pretty on tonight. Their shooting is on tonight. They just do a good job moving the ball around. They don't get trapped too much. They put the ball where the ball needs to be. And again, their shooting right now is unbelievable. And their offensive rebound, and I mean, it's like these guys are all just jumping out of the gym. They're just going after it. You know, they're not letting up on anything. Every shot they're going after.
This is not a team where you would realize that their tallest player is 6'3" and doesn't even play a ton. This is just, again, a very, very athletic, aggressive Altoona team. They shoot the ball very well. They play an aggressive trapping style of defense. As you mentioned, they handle the ball well. They don't turn it over a lot. They're a very tough matchup for anyone right now. And so, again, McDonell's just struggling a little bit with a very talented team. And really, you kind of think of your coach Schilling.
Yeah.
You got to tell them, hey, they've got to cool off at some point, you would hope, but let's just kind of keep our heads and stay in this one and keep within striking distance.
Yeah, and again, if they come out, McDonell usually comes out in the second half, you know, kind of gotten things figured out. Coach makes a lot of good switches and changes during the halftime. And again, Kelbell kind of slowed down. He was 5 for 5 and then shot one and missed one. And he hasn't shot one since. So, you know, that kind of slowed him down, but everybody else seems to be doing okay Altoona-wise. But they do a very, very good stifling 3-2 zone defense down there, and I think that's causing McDonell some trouble.
Yeah, and again, so sometimes maybe it takes a little bit of a break here at halftime to figure out how are we going to attack this.
Yes.
When you look at the leading scorers on both sides, Grayson Becker and Jacob Kelbell for Altoona, 5 players have scored for the Rails, and those two are tied each with a game-high 15 points. Sawyer Van Vliet has 7, 4 for Owen Gunderson, and 2 for Ethan Nichols. On the other side for McDonell, 6 have scored, led by 8 from Desian Matthews getting the start here tonight and playing very well. The 6'3" senior Nathan Hazel has 6 before he had to exit with foul trouble. 4 for Carson Galvez, 2 apiece for Luke Anderson and Brennan Lizelle Christensen. Let's take a listen now to our 24/7 West Wisconsin Telecom fiber fast plays of the half, brought to you by 24/7 West Wisconsin Telecom, your complete technology partner. Not only do they provide high-speed fiber internet throughout western Wisconsin 24/7, WWT offers security systems for homes and businesses, personal medical alert devices, computer repairs, and so much more, all with the support of local experts. Visit WWT.net or call 231-2000 today. The first half sounded like this on WOGO Sports. Altoona riding a wave of hot shooting. Isaac Crawford, left corner to answer for three. You bet! Crawford, a much-needed triple for McDonell. Nathan Hazel crossing over on his defender. Bounces it to Moulton. Moulton attacks into the paint, kick out Carson Galvez. McDonell needs this three, and he gets it. Carson Galvez, 31-19. Couple highlights from the first half. Our 24/7 West Wisconsin Telecom Fiber Fast plays of the game will be coming up after the contest here on WOGO Sports. We'll step out, take a 30-second break, be back with Mark Maloney's military shoutouts live from the Roundhouse in Altoona. This is McDonell Macks basketball.
It may work for horseshoes and hand grenades, but sometimes close enough isn't good enough, especially when you need a boundary surveyed on your property. So call Heath, Loken & Associates, LLC, Professional Land Surveying. State licensed and fully insured, they can handle residential, commercial, and government land surveying with the very latest surveying equipment and mapping software. Call owner Jason Heath at 715-720-4000. Get it done right. Heath, Loken & Associates, LLC, Professional Land Surveying.
Before the second half begins, our halftime tradition here on WOGO Sports, it's Mark Maloney's military shoutouts. As always, take it away, Mark.
Thanks, Caleb. And I'm going to get some of these people down here that we haven't had time to get in. So let's catch up with Paul Tetrot, is a McDonell grad, is in the Army. And Evan Eckes is a McDonell grad in the Navy ROTC out at Purdue. Jonathan Larson, a 2020 McDonell grad in the Army down in Texas. Stephen Petronovich is a Marine Corps veteran who is currently in the Coast Guard out at Sault Ste. Marie in Michigan. My nephew Stephen Maloney is in the Colorado Army Reserve as a Black Hawk pilot deployed overseas. Mason Gadel, a 2022 Chi-High grad in the Merchant Marines. Matt Pulver is out at Offutt Air Force Base. He flies reconnaissance RC-135s. Ellie Eckes, the McDonell grad, is commissioned as a second lieutenant in the Army Signal Corps. Noah Christopherson, a 2021 McDonell grad, is in the Army at Fort Carson, Colorado. Noah Stewart is a Chi-High grad stationed out at Joint Base Bowling in Washington, D.C. I caught up with him. He just says everything's on par. Brandon Anderson from Colfax, active duty in the Navy. John Hayton from Colfax is in the Army Guard out of Spooner and is currently deployed overseas. Carter Billen is in working security forces at the Navy Brig in San Diego. Kristen Levesser is in the Air Force National Guard out of Minneapolis. Sarah Passon-Bovey is a Chi-High grad, is in the 133rd Civil Engineers out of Minnesota Air Force National Guard. Greg Hovland, a Colfax grad, is at Davis-Monthan Air Force Base, Tucson, Arizona. Kyle and Nicole Liedholm is at Yokota Air Force Base, Japan. Corey Kabishik is at Eielson Air Force Base up in Fairbanks, Alaska. And Alex Maloney is down at Barksdale Air Force Base in Louisiana. He's currently on a little TDY down at Randolph Air Force Base in San Antonio. As a Master Sergeant, Alex has now been tasked with writing the test for tech sergeants down there, so he's got a little added duties there. So again, a huge shout out, and as you know, Caleb, I've been out at New Jersey helping our son Glenn, who's retired from the Air Force, move back this way. So which is why I was late today, because I forgot what a tornado a 3-year-old can be. Holy cow. Little Freya. She's the one that was our preemie at 1 pound, 12 ounces.
And not so little anymore.
She's catching up in every way of the word. So it's fun to have. Lita and I are both taking care of those two while Glenn and Linda are getting their house ready to sell and move back this way. So again, a huge thank you to all of our military members. And again, we'll expand this list if we've had a couple people add on to it. So
absolutely.
If you have somebody, please get a hold of us and we'll add them to the list.
Altoona with the basketball as we begin the second 18 minutes of play. They lead 43-25 here at the half over your McDonell Macks. Grayson Becker and Jacob Cowbell leading the way with a game-high 15 points apiece for the Rails. Owen Gunderson just inside the arc, whips to Becker. Becker pulls up for a three to start the second half, give him 18 46-25. Grayson Becker, one of the area's best, actually one of the state's best would probably be more accurate. Nathan Hazel to Desian Matthews. Matthews spins across the timeline, barely gets it away from the reaching paw of Owen Gunderson. That 2-3 zone again has been difficult to deal with for the Macks. Trailing down by 21. Mason Bussey finds Nathan Hazel. Hazel trapped in the right corner. Out to Galvez. Galvez down the lane. His runner off the mark. Going high for the rebound, Mason Bussey, and I think he just drew the 4th foul of the game from Gower.
Yep.
Bussey just out-muscling everyone for that rebound. First foul of the second half on either side, and that is indeed the 4th on Counter Gower. If you're thinking about high school, join McDonell Area Catholic Schools Parents Information Night and Open House. Learn about academics, faith, student support, and school culture. It's coming up this Wednesday the 4th at 6 o'clock in the McDonell High School Auditorium. First free throw is good for Mason Bussey. That is his first point tonight. The 6'6" senior, again just honored at the All-State Banquet at Lambeau Field for football. Second free throw rims out, knocked out of bounds, staying with McDonell. So good hustle there on the offensive glass for the Macks. 58 seconds into the second half. 46-26. McDonell down 20, inbounds to Carson Galvez. Finds Mason Bussey, rotates left side Desian Matthews, who had 8 points to lead the way for McDonell in the first half. Bussey back to Desian. Long cross-court pass, and look out, here comes Gunderson. Gunderson down the lane, layup is good. 48-26. Gunderson just had 4 points in the first half, but he read that one perfectly. Desian Matthews attacking down the right side of the lane, and Matthews soars in and scores. Give him 10 as the McDonell Macks answer. We had a highly paced first half. Gunderson feeling it, takes the 3, rims it in and out. Desian Matthews with the rebound. Matthews across the Railroader logo at midcourt. 48-28. Matthews has good position inside. Too strong. Off the glass, rebound to the rails. Kelbell's back in after the exit of Gower with 4 fouls. And honestly, if you're McDonell, the way Kelbell played in the first half, as Becker launches a 3 and hits another one. Does he miss? I am not sure. What a talent. 21 for Becker, his 3rd triple. 51-28.
Good feed.
Beautiful
there,
work
right,
in transition. Desian to Carson Galvez. Galvez now has 6. 51-30. Kelbell in the left corner, guarded by Desian Matthews. Shoots it to Gunderson, just inside the foul line. Back out to Grayson Becker for 3 threes in a row. That one rims out.
Heat check there.
Push ahead, down the lane. Beautiful look. Carson Galvez, the recipient of a bullet pass from Brennan Lizelle Christensen, 51-32.
Just snuck by everybody. Got a nice, easy layup.
Good look from junior to senior. 51-32, McDonell down 19. Tipped pass, Desian Matthews takes it. Push ahead to Nathan Hazel. Hazel hanging in the air, no offensive rebound. Brennan Lizelle Christensen goes high and scores. 51-34. Good work on the glass for McDonell here in the second half. Yes. Grayson Becker across the timeline with 14:45 to play. Nathan Hazel just takes a pass away in the air to Brennan Lizelle Christensen. Brennan down the lane, Euros, he's fouled hard by Becker. And Brennan's gonna take his time getting up after that one. Looked to be a clean foul, but a hard foul all the same. 14:39 left. First on Grayson Becker, second on Altoona here in the second half. As Brennan Lizelle Christensen a little bit gingerly walking to the charity stripe. Gala Plumbing and Heating offers a wide variety of services, from repairing leaky faucets to installing grab bars, coordinating your kitchen or bathroom remodel project, installing air purification systems, and so much more. Large job or small, call the pros for them all. Gala Plumbing and Heating. That's Gala Plumbing and Heating. Free throw no good for Brennan Lizelle Christensen as he tries to shake that foul off. 14:39 left. The lefty, the junior, missed on the second as well, and Becker goes up high for the rebound. Timeout on the floor. And And it is a
full timeout.
Full timeout. We're back in 1 minute, back in 60 seconds. This is Max Basketball on WOGO Sports.
It may work for horseshoes and hand grenades, but sometimes close enough isn't good enough, especially when you need a boundary surveyed on your property. So call Heath, Loken & Associates, LLC, Professional Land Surveying. State licensed and fully insured, they can handle residential, commercial, and government land surveying with the very latest surveying equipment and mapping software. Call owner Jason Heath at 715-720-4000. Get it done right. Heath, Loken & Associates, LLC, Professional Land Surveying.
Competition drives us to be our best. That's why sports are such a valuable experience for all of our young athletes. At Toyson Ford, we know the importance of good competition. It's easier than ever to shop for a new car or truck, and that's pushed all of us at Toyson Ford to be better at what we do in creating a great experience for our customers. It's the reason that we have the slogan, "You'll find a friend." So before you head to the next high school game, stop into our all-new dealership in Chippewa Falls and see why you'll find a friend at Toyson Ford.
McDonell Macks Basketball on WOGO Radio, the WOGO Sports Live video stream on YouTube. Very, very full week we have for you with games tonight, Tuesday night, Thursday night, Friday night, a doubleheader, and Saturday afternoon as well. Complete schedule at WOGO.com. Former Western Clover Belt Conference opponent for the Macks tonight, the Altoona Railroaders. And they lead McDonell 51-34 with a lot of game left, 14:37 to play. Rails with the basketball. Brennan Lizelle Christensen looks to be none the worse for the wear after that foul. Guarding Gunderson. Finds Grayson Becker. Back to Gunderson, high on the right. Into the corner, Kelbell. Kelbell drops it down to the post. That's Van Vliet. Looked like he took an extra step or two.
Mason might have aided that.
Grayson Becker into the left corner. That's Michaels. Michaels, far side, Kelbell. Down with a quick closeout on him. Kelbell, dangerous pass in the lane, stolen. Push ahead, push too far for Brennan Lizelle Christensen as Nathan Hazel trying to lead him to the hoop and threw it a little bit wide.
Yeah, it's great defensive there. That would have been a good transition. 2 points we could have used.
14:04 left. Look for a moment like there could be a chance for Brennan Lizelle Christensen to show off his dunking ability. Grayson Becker already has thrown down a couple. If you're an Altoona fan, you're probably going to want to rewind the YouTube stream and see those. Ball kicked out of bounds. Kelbell will inbound far side. Kelbell, the talented freshman with 15 points, 5 made threes in the first half. Calls for it, gets it on the far side, outside the arc left wing. Bounce to Gunderson. Gunderson back to Kelbell. Let's see if he stays hot. Left side. No on the three. Brennan Lizelle Christensen off to the races. Drives in hard. Can't get it to flip up into the cup with the right hand, but knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Gunderson. Sort of a tough angle going full speed to the rack there for Brennan Lizelle Christensen. And just couldn't quite get the English on it. Carson Galvez will inbound. Standing on the D on Railroaders. Up top to Desian Matthews. Back to Carson right wing. Galvez, he's doubled by Kelbell and Becker. Dribbles out. Brennan Lizelle Christensen. Work to Nathan Hazel far side. Desian Matthews in the right corner. Into Brennan Lizelle Christensen. Flips one up with the right hand. Nice touch from about 8 feet out. Brennan makes it 51-36. McDonell creeping a little bit closer here. A steal by Brennan Lizelle Christensen. Look out, he goes down the lane, misses the dunk. Desian Matthews offensive rebound, right back to Nathan Hazel. And a whistle and a foul. 12:59 left. Another opportunity for a quick two for McDonell. They didn't capitalize on it, but will get a chance here with the inbound. Lizelle Christensen will inbound. And fights it in through a couple pairs of hands, and it's stolen. Grayson Becker equals a missed dunk by McDonell as he misses one on the other side. Not sure what he was planning that time. Maybe something even more impressive than his windmill from before. Beautiful pass down low to Brennan Lizelle Christensen, and he missed one point blank. I think both coaches tearing their hair out over the last couple minutes. Grayson Becker trying to calm things down with a three, and he'll hit another one from the right corner. 54-46, fourth made three for Becker. He has 9 on threes in the second half. 24 points, a game high. Back to an 18-point deficit for the Macks. Nathan Hazel bumped and fouled in front of his own bench, and that might be the second on Becker.
Yep.
12-17 left. Isaac Crawford, Luke Anderson will come in. Brennan Lizelle Christensen, Mason Bussey will take a seat. The last couple of minutes, we've missed out on what looked to be some really potent and power-packed dunks, but
turning into a dunk contest.
Grayson Becker kind of lost it on the way to the hoop. Not sure what happened with Brennan's. It went to miss as well. Nathan Hazel pulls up just outside the lane, buries the jumper. 54-38. First points of the second half for Nathan Hazel. He has 8 points. 3 in the corner. Cal Bell, guess who? 57-38. He has 18, 6 made threes. 19-point lead again for Altoona. Nathan Hazel bumped and fouled with 11:44 left. That's already the 5th foul at Altoona. McDonell has not committed any here in the second half, and so again, some prime position for the Macks, trailing by 19. It's a lot, but he could be shooting some free throws here. Anderson, top of the key. Pulls up, foul line jumper, front rim no. Rebound to Van Vliet. Finds Grayson Becker. Becker left wing, bounce in the corner, Cal Bell gets it back. Grayson Becker drops just outside the lane of Van Vliet. Attacking down the baseline, blocked by Luke Anderson. Oh, he swatted that one. Nathan Hazel. Finds Isaac Crawford on the right wing, outside the arc, the junior. Bounce to Carson Galvez, all alone for 3, front rim no. Tracking down the rebound, Desi and Matthews. Back to Carson Galvez. Galvez loops down the lane. Runner no, offensive rebound, going up strong and scoring. Luke Anderson, 57-40, 11:04 to play. McDonell crashing the offensive glass. Full timeout, we're back in 60 seconds. This is Max Basketball on WOGO Sports.
Add value and beauty to your home with Post Glass and Mirror. Ensure every day starts better with a gorgeous custom shower door. Did you know that adding mirrors to a room can make it feel 2 times bigger? Post Glass and Mirror has many styles and shapes of mirrors to choose from. And does condensation gathering inside your windows make them look like they're crying? Don't end up shedding tears yourself over high energy bills. Call Post Glass and Mirror today. Post Glass and Mirror in Chippewa Falls. Free estimates start today at postglassandmirror.com.
Have you ever worried about what would happen if you or a loved one needed help but couldn't reach a phone? Help is just a push button away with 24/7 and West Wisconsin Telecom's medical alert systems. Installed by professionals, you're guaranteed to stay connected 24/7. New technologies follow seniors' activity and don't even require you to be wearing a device. You can be confident your family is safe with fast response times and a variety of sensors. Don't wait for an emergency to happen. Visit wwt.net/medical or call 231-2000.
McDonell Macks basketball on WOGO Radio, the WOGO Sports Live video stream on YouTube. Caleb Swenson, Mark Maloney, your broadcast team. Sam Aberley, our on-site camera operator and video producer for the WOGO Sports Live video stream on YouTube and Facebook. Dawson Halverson, the WOGO home base in Halley, is our audio producer tonight. Almost 7 minutes gone by here in the second half. 17-point lead for Altoona over your McDonell Macks, 57-40. Gunderson to Cal Bell in the left corner. A little bit of a bobble, doesn't get the 3 off that time. He's hit 6 here tonight. Gunderson back to Cal Bell. Now he'll let fly from 3, and he hit his 7th. 60-40. Jacob Cal Bell.
I thought maybe Altoona would maybe burn some clock, but no.
They're in attack mode. Nathan Hazel travels with the basketball. 10:31 to play. 20-point lead for the Railroaders. Again, no whistles against McDonell here in the second half and 5 against the Rails, but this 20-point lead, the Macks need to cut into it a little bit. Cal Bell driving baseline. Doubled back out to Owen Gunderson in the left corner. Gunderson now pulls up, falling away from the left elbow. Offensive rebound taken away by Anderson. Looking ahead to Isaac Crawford. Crawford trying to save it in the corner, no. Back to Altoona. 10:09 remaining.
Those are the transitions we could use baskets at. And there, Luke thought he had him there, just a little too much mustard on that pass.
Gunderson takes it across the stripe. For Michaels, the senior. Couple left-handed bounces. Shoots it over far side to Kelbell. Dawson Moulton back out there for McDonell along with Luke Anderson. Grayson Becker in the corner. Finds Gunderson. Gunderson, nice touch from the baseline. 62-40, about a 10 to 12 foot jumper from Owen Gunderson. And he hasn't scored a lot. He's been more of a distributor here tonight. Averages almost 20 points per game. It's a 22-point lead for the Railroaders. Moulton to Anderson. Luke Anderson. Isaac Crawford up top. Crawford backing his defender down, attacks the rim, and draws the foul from Kelbell with 9:21 left. Isaac Crawford a chance to score with the clock stopped here. Again, over half of the second half remaining. McDonell, especially in that first game against Amory, has shown their capability of coming back from big deficits. They've got an uphill climb here as Crawford hits the first free throw. 62-41. Isaac Crawford had a 3 in the first half, one of just 2 makes for McDonell from downtown tonight. He's now sitting at 4 points. Make it a 20-point deficit again. Free throw is good. 62-42. Gunderson takes his time bringing it into the forecourt. The junior directing traffic. Right corner Van Vliet. Finds Becker, stripped to the ball by Luke Anderson. To Desian Matthews. McDonell with the numbers. Moulton underneath the hoop. In a crowd. Fights it up. Goes too strong off the glass. Offensive rebound. Desian Matthews. No, knocked away. Nathan Hazel has it for a moment. Lost it out of bounds and should go to Altoona, and it does. Good fight by the Macks, but no points on that possession with 8:54 to play. Moulton and Anderson check out. Mason Bussey, Brennan Mazel Christensen. Back out there, Carson Galvez, Nathan Hazel, and Desian Matthews complete the 5 on the floor for Coach Adam Schilling. Northwestern Bank, building stronger communities where people matter, and proud to support local athletics. Northwestern Bank. Gunderson against Brennan Mazel Christensen. Picks up his dribble, finds Grayson Becker. Kelbell in the left corner. Kelbell again has been incredible from 3-point range. Grayson Becker weaving his way into the lane. What a pretty move to the rim. Grayson Becker, 64-42. 26 on the night and counting for Grayson Becker, and he does this every night. Almost 28 per game. 64-42. And at 1,134 points coming into the night. Carson Galvez in the left corner off the feed from Mason Bussey. Nathan Hazel. Hazel working against the smaller Kelbell. Picks up his dribble back to Carson Galvez. Nathan Hazel up top. Jabbing, couple left-handed dribbles. Finds Brennan Mazel Christensen. Dumps it down to Mason Bussey in the post. Bussey turns up, no. Offensive rebound, put back Nathan Hazel. Good work by Hazel underneath. 64-44. Gunderson trying to avoid a trap on the far side. Into the right corner, Ethan Michaels. Michaels couple dribbles, bounce back to Gunderson in front of his own student section. Just over 7:20 to play. Grayson Becker, Kelbell in the left corner. Freshman with 7 made threes tonight. Nathan Hazel with the steal to Brennan Mazel Christensen. Brennan lost it on the way to the hoop. Nathan Hazel got it back. It's loose on the floor underneath the hoop. A whistle. And I think we'll have a held ball here unless they saw a foul. Held ball in possession going to McDonell. Quick hands there from Grayson Becker to knock it away from Brennan Mazel Christensen on the way to the rack. 64-44. Carson Galvez will inbound, now standing just behind the E of Railroaders along the baseline. Finds Nathan Hazel in the right corner. Desian Matthews posting up. Doesn't get it yet. Nathan Hazel sends him to the corner. Hazel against Kelbell, the freshman. Hazel down the lane, up with the left hand, and a nice touch. Nathan Hazel, a pretty lefty finish from 6 feet out.
That was Very nice shot. Very tough shot.
64-46. Hazel with 12 points. 3 in the corner. Off the mark. Hazel with the rebound. A rare miss from Kelbell.
Yeah, he kind of rushed that one.
Hazel goes behind his back against Grayson Becker. Spins in the lane. Shoulders. Creates some space and finishes from 10 feet. Nathan Hazel, a pretty move against Grayson Becker.
Kind of made some space there with a little shoulder shrug.
Again, we do look through McDonell colored glasses here, and he did create a little space. And we'll just leave it at that.
Yep.
Owen Gunderson, right wing. Gunderson flipped to Grayson Becker. Extra pass, Kelbell. He's open again for 3. That one off the mark. Long rebound, and Nathan Hazel. Guess who has it? Hazel down the right side of the lane. Kick out Desi and Matthews. Matthews for 3 in the right corner. No. Long rebound out to Grayson Becker. Becker's on the run. Becker weaving down the lane. Fouled by Desi and Matthews, and that's a good foul to prevent an easy 2. 16-point game. A little flurry from McDonell. But now Grayson Becker at the line, shooting 2. 5:49 to play.
It's too close there. He can't make a free throw.
First free throw doesn't go down for Becker. Got another opportunity with 5:49 to play. Hits the second. 65-48. 27 for Grayson Becker, the Altoona junior. The lead is 17 for the Rails. Carson Galvez at the left block against Gower, who has the 4 fouls. Galvez, a pretty finish. 65-50. Mid-post working well for the Macks. 10 for Carson Galvez tonight. Gunderson on the right wing. Galvez and Brennan Mazzell looking to push. Come out on him again. Extra pass in the corner, Michaels. Michaels to Gunderson. Gunderson up with the left hand. Push shot, no. Rebound, Nathan Hazel. Hazel to Brennan Mazzell Christensen. Back to Nathan, junior to junior. We've reached the 5-minute mark of the game. 15-point contest, 65-50. Nathan Hazel up top. Goes behind his back. Attacking into the lane. Out to Brennan Mazzell Christensen. Right corner. Carson Galvez against Grayson Becker. Galvez backing him down to the left block. Spins, goes up with the right hand, off the glass, no, grabs his own rebound, up with the left hand and finishes. Good hard work in the paint for Carson Galvez and Nathan Hazel, especially here in the second half. Those two trying to will McDonell back to within striking distance, trailing 65-52. Gunderson slides a pass to Grayson Becker.
Altoonah's maybe going to take some time off the clock here.
McDonell again has only committed 1 foul. Grayson Becker into the lane, pulls up with the right hand and finishes. 67-52.
Full timeout.
Full timeout. We'll step out, be back in 60 seconds on WOGO Sports. This is McDonell Macks basketball.
Want to reach more local customers? Advertise on WOGO Sports.
Back to Aaron Sigenthaler. 13 seconds left. Shot is made from deep.
Play defense.
McDonell takes the lead on the 3.
Slow her down.
45-44. Zastro with 3 seconds. Hager to win it at the buzzer off the winner.
Oh my goodness.
And McDonell wins in the thriller.
Advertise in WOGO's broadcasts of local high school sports. Call us anytime or click on advertising at WOGO.com.
At Royal Credit Union, we believe in banking with purpose. That's why we're here for you and your community with people first service, local support, and all the accounts and loans you need to help reach your financial goals. As a not-for-profit cooperative, everything we do benefits the people and communities we serve, because Royal isn't just where you bank, it's where you belong. Experience the Royal Credit Union difference and learn more at rcu.org/royal support. Insured by NCUA. Loans subject to credit approval. Equal credit opportunity.
Macks basketball on WOGO Radio, the WOGO Sports live video stream on YouTube. McDonell on the road at Altoona, trailing 67-52 with 4 minutes 13 seconds remaining in the game. Macks with possession, moving left to right here in the second half. Grayson Becker with 29 of the 67 on the board tonight for Altoona. And 21 for Kelbell, the freshman. Mason Bussey, a nice seal down low as he'll get an easy 2 to make it 67-54. Good set for McDonell. Coming out of the timeout, first field goal for Mason Bussey. His team down 13. Again, the clock on the side of the Rails as they look to lead it down here. Grayson Becker backtracking near midcourt. We'll loop it to Gunderson. On the left with just over 3.5 to play. Rathbun, the freshman, comes back into the game for the Rails. McDonell looking for their 10th win of the season tonight. Altoona looking for their 13th. Right now the Rails in good position with 3:15 to play. Leading 67-54. Grayson Becker along the baseline, jumps in the air, throws it right to Mason Bussey. Bussey to Hazel. Hazel drops off for Brennan Lizelle Christensen. Pulls up, mid-range jumper, no offensive rebound. Desian Matthews tied up with Rathbun. And possession going to Altoona. Gower's going to come in playing with the 4 fouls. 3:01 left. Gower in, Rathbun out. Coming up after the game, our Post-Glass post-game show brought to you by Post-Glass and Mirror in Chippewa Falls. Quality service at affordable prices for commercial home and auto glass. Visit Post-Glass and Mirror in Chippewa Falls. 13-point lead for Altoona. Michaels hands off to Owen Gunderson. Gower just inside the arc. Hand off to Gunderson, a little bit of a bobble into the left corner, Van Vliet. Van Vliet back to Gunderson. The junior just inside the foul line. Runs into a triple team. Pushes it out. Stolen away by Brennan Lizelle Christensen. Brennan down the lane and Grayson Becker picked his pocket. Quick hands by Becker. Back to Van Vliet. Becker in the left corner. Grayson Becker running clock now.
Yeah, 2:20. Run some clock. When Becker's not attacking the basket, you know they're just going to bleed clock.
Gunderson misses one off a nice feed from Gower. Donald's got to score in every possession here. Andrew Hazel, the 6'1 freshman, about to come in. Nathan, his older brother, the junior. Miss on the 3 from the right wing for Desian Matthews, and it's back to Altoona with under 2 minutes to play. And now a foul from Brennan Lizelle Christensen on Gunderson. That's just the second on McDonell. And so Isaac Crawford, Luke Anderson, Andrew Hazel, and Dawson Moulton will come in and doing some offense-defense here.
I think he's,
or maybe we're conceding at this point.
I think he threw the towel in. I think when you notice that Brennan kind of did that foul on purpose to stop the clock so they could get the subs in.
So Gunderson right wing against Dawson Moulton. Working off a screen from Gower. They'll give it to Gower. Gower down the lane, dumps a pass to Van Vliet. He's blocked out of bounds. Possession stays with the Altoona Railroaders with 1:41 left. They're headed to their 13th victory, I should say. Still right within striking distance in their conference as well. He bounced to Grayson Becker, sitting at 29 points, a game high. Right behind him, Jacob Kelbell, the freshman. Whistle and a foul on the drive. 1:34 to play.
I don't know what's going on here.
Or maybe, you know what?
Yeah, I think he might have blown that a little inadvertent. I don't know.
1:34 left, 67-54. Altoona leading McDonell. And the official talking with both head coaches. We'll see here.
There problems. Somebody didn't check in. I don't know.
Altoona looks to be inbounding from the far side of the floor.
I think it was a
nope, now they're going to. Unfortunately, we don't have a mic on the ref down there to see.
Sounded like an inadvertent whistle almost.
All right. So that's what we'll go with, and Altoona will inbound from just to the left of the scorer's table with Michaels. Collision in the backcourt. Gunderson over the shoulder catch. With 90 seconds to play. Takes it across the Railroaders logo at midcourt, working against Dawson Moulton. High screen from Gower. Looks to give it back to him. Finds Gower just inside the foul line. Gower, beautiful pass down low. Michaels misses it. Knocked out. Offensive rebound back to the Rails. They've gotten just enough offensive rebounds to complement their hot shooting. giving themselves some second chance opportunities. Gower, beautiful pass, cutting backdoor Van Vliet. 69-54. Gower makes a difference when he's out there, that's for sure. He creates well for his teammates. 69-54. Altoona averages about 74 per game, so they're a little bit under that so far. See if they put any more on the board here. McDonell with Isaac Crawford at the right block. Crawford to Luke Anderson, right corner, 38 seconds left. He'll step into a three. That one hits the backside of the rim. Grayson Becker with the rebound. Becker finds Gunderson with half a minute to play. Gunderson working against Dawson Moulton on the left wing. Gunderson trying to dribble it out here with 17 seconds left, but picks up his dribble and after flips it to Michaels. Michaels has it on his hip, couple dribbles. As McDonell will back off. And we took down to the final 5 seconds. Isaac Crawford, Grayson Becker with an embrace near midcourt. Respect from both teams as Altoona moves to 13-3 on the season. McDonell falls to 9-9. Your final score, the Altoona Railroaders 69, the McDonell Macks 54. We'll step out and be back in 3 minutes here on WOGO Radio with our post-glass post-game show, also on the WOGO Sports Live video stream on YouTube. We'll have the Holly Bovey Names You Know stats recap and the 24/7 West Wisconsin Telecom Fiber Fast plays of the game. The post-glass post-game show brought to you by Post Glass and Beer in Chippewa Falls for commercial or residential glass and recalibration of the advanced driver safety system after windshield replacement for any make and model. Call Post Glass and Beer in Chippewa Falls, postglassandmirror.com. We're back in 3 minutes on WOGO Sports.
From businesses to homes, rental properties to ATVs, think Mauer Sperry Insurance in Chippewa Falls. Family run for 4 generations, Mauer Sperry Insurance is one of the oldest insurance agencies in the country, with coverage you can count on from a local team you trust. As an independent insurance agency, we find the companies that best fit your family's needs and budget. Based in Chippewa Falls, Mauer Sperry Insurance Agency, protecting people, empowering businesses. Learn more and get a quote at MauerINS.com.
Propane is energy efficient and affordable, and Quality Propane and Fuels has been the trusted propane supplier to northern Wisconsin since 1996. Propane keeps the lights on and your appliances and furnace running even during power outages. Trust the team at Quality Propane and Fuels, committed to their customers and always looking to improve safety and efficiency, helping you cut energy costs. Payment programs available for any situation, residential, commercial, or industrial. Choose Quality Propane and Fuels. Call, stop by, or visit qualitypropaneandfuels.com.
Want to reach more local customers? Advertise on WOGO Sports.
Back to Aaron Sigenthaler. 13 seconds left. Shot is made from deep.
Play defense.
McDonell takes the lead on the three.
Slow her down.
45-44. Zastro with 3 seconds. Hager to win it at the buzzer off the win.
Oh my goodness.
And McDonell wins it in a thriller.
Advertise in WOGO's broadcasts of local high school sports. Call us anytime or click on advertising at WOGO.com.
At Royal Credit Union, we believe in banking with purpose. That's why we're here for you and your community with people-first service, local support, and all the accounts and loans you need to help reach your financial goals. As a not-for-profit cooperative, everything we do benefits the people and communities we serve, because Royal isn't just where you bank, it's where you belong. Experience the Royal Credit Union difference and learn more at rcu.org/royal support. Insured by NCUA. Loans subject to credit approval. Equal credit opportunity.
Yep, it's cold. And as you're spending extra time indoors, you realize it's time for a change. No, not a tropical getaway. Something a little more practical, like that long overdue bathroom remodel from Wurzgala Plumbing and Heating. Treat yourself to a walk-in shower and add grab bars for extra safety. Or finally adding that extra bathroom in the basement. Call Wurzgala Plumbing and Heating for a free estimate and make the dream happen.
You serve again, Wurzgala Company.
Add value and beauty to your home with Post Glass and Mirror. Ensure every day starts better with a gorgeous custom shower door. Did you know that adding mirrors to a room can make it feel 2 times bigger? Post Glass and Mirror has many styles and shapes of mirrors to choose from. And does condensation gathering inside your windows make them look like they're crying? Don't end up shedding tears yourself over high energy bills. Call Post Glass and Mirror today. Post Glass and Mirror in Chippewa Falls. Free estimates. Start today at postglassandmirror.com.
We welcome you into the Post Glass Post-Game Show, brought to you by Post Glass and Mirror in Chippewa Falls. They're now hiring for auto glass technicians, window installers, and in-shop repair technicians. Join the team today. Click on careers at postglassandmirror.com. We'll talk live with head coach Adam Schilling. We'll take a look at your Holly Bovey Names You Know stats recap and also the 24/7 West Wisconsin Telecom Fiber Fast plays of the game. Post-game thoughts, Mark Maloney, again, similar, I think, to what we said at halftime. This is just a really good Altoona team that absolutely shot the lights out tonight. They took care of the basketball. Their defense was tough to solve for McDonell, and so you tip your cap to the opponent. Not necessarily a poorly played game by the Macks as much as a very well-played game by the Rails.
I agree. Altoona did play a very, very good basketball game tonight, and McDonell did okay too. I mean, you look at the competition and the playing abilities that the kids were putting on out there, and you just go, man, if they play like that against everybody, they would have a really good outcome. But again, this outcome just wasn't going to cut it with Altoona playing the way they did tonight.
A really impressive game as we dive into the Names You Know stats recap, brought to you by Holly Bovey and Coldwell Banker Berneiser Realtors. Names you know right here in Chippewa Falls. Holly's been helping people move in the Chippewa Valley since 2000. You can call her at 715-577-HOME. Visit hollybovey.com or find Holly on Facebook. As we were saying, a very impressive game for Grayson Becker with 29 points, but maybe showing the kind of caliber of player he is. 29 points is just a point above his season average. He scores almost 28 a game, and you thought, man, does that kid miss? And again, scoring from all levels. But he does this almost every night. He's just a junior, had 1,134 points coming into tonight. And again, I think 2,000 points is certainly very reachable for that young man. You can see why, again, a lot of folks at the next level have their eyeballs peeled when it comes to Grayson Becker. So he was phenomenal tonight. And again, just a treat to watch, and wish he and the Railroaders the best of luck the rest of the way. Jacob Kelbell was incredible, and maybe what kind of felt like it put the game almost out of reach in the first half was Kelbell and his 15 points. Again, he had 21 tonight, all from beyond the arc, 7 made threes, but his 5 made threes in the first half, just a barrage, a blitzkrieg, and there's just not a lot McDonell could do to keep up with that. And again, those two tonight made a huge, huge difference in the outcome.
Right. I mean, you add those two together, and that's 50 points.
50 of their 69,
so, yeah. I mean, and then the contribution from the other players that are just as good. You had Gunderson out there that can shoot the lights out. You had Van Vliet that can shoot the lights out. I mean, that's just a well-rounded team. And again, they had Gower, who does so many great things for them. Didn't score here tonight. He only scores about 5 per game, but he is a rebounder. He's a distributor and elite passer, and foul trouble kind of kept him out. So again, the future very bright here for Altoona for this season and seasons to come, again, with some of the youth of their team. But 9 points tonight for Sawyer Van Vliet, 8 for Owen Gunderson. He normally gets about 20 per game, but again, he affected the game in other ways, and 2 points for Ethan Michaels. On the other side for McDonell, 5 players scoring for Altoona, 7 scoring for the Macks, and they had 3 in double figures tonight. And again, usually you get 3-4 guys in double figures. That's a winning formula, as Coach Adam Schilling joining us here. 12 for Carson Galvez, but 14 for Nathan Hazel to lead the way, 10 for Desian Matthews, who got the start here tonight, 6 for Bram Lizelle Christensen, 5 for Isaac Crawford, 4 for Luke Anderson, and 3 for Mason Bussey to round out the scoring, as Coach Schilling joins us here on our post-glass post-game show. And Coach, we were saying not necessarily a game where you'd say, hey, we did a ton of things poorly, as much as Altoona was on their game tonight, and it was tough to be able to punch back after they hit so many threes early. And I'm sure there's correctable things, but sometimes you also tip your cap a little bit and just say, hey, our opponent played a really great game on their home floor.
It's kind of, pick your poison. They got the 2 guys that score a lot, so we're trying to see what their 3rd guy could do, and he lit it up. So again, they got a lot of guys that put a lot of time in the gym. I think their top 3-point shooters all shoot around 50% from the 3, which is outstanding. And then their pressure got to us a little bit early, kind of took us out of our offense. But I like how we responded in the second half. Like we calmed down, and there are some positives we could build on.
When you look at that 2-3 zone they were playing, again, it seems like you mentioned calming down and figuring out how do we attack this a little bit better in the second half, and there seemed to be a lot more poise there in the second half. And again, Grayson Becker especially had an answer every single time you guys started making a run, but you made a nice push there in the second half.
Yeah, I thought we played well in the second half at times, but again, it comes down to consistency, and a few bad spurts can kind of put you in a tough spot. So if we can eliminate those and play a little more full games, I think will be pretty tough to beat. But again, some good stuff. I thought our kids played really hard. So that's all you can really ask for.
Absolutely, and again, we always talk to you about these non-conference games that you schedule, and Coach Henrik's saying the same thing. Hey, we want to schedule McDonell, and I'm sure you'd say the same thing. Yeah, it'd be great to have a W at the end of this one too. But you say, hey, we played an elite player, we played an elite team, and not the outcome we want in terms of wins and losses, but hopefully this is one that the boys walk away from and say, hey, we learned lessons and we're going to be better because of it.
Yeah, I think again, you got to stay positive this time of year. It's month of January is done, which we're happy about. So now here in February, got to just try to get as many wins as we can to get ready for the playoffs, and hopefully we can be ready for that.
Well, Coach, again, playing some high-level competition. Next time we'll see you playing some high-level competition. Eau Claire Regis, I know at their place you were able to play them tough, and so a few games in between now and then, but we'll look forward to seeing you then and seeing you guys back in the home floor at McDonell.
Great. Thank you guys for coming. I appreciate it.
It's head coach Adam Schilling here on the Post Glass Postgame Show, brought to you by Post Glass and Mirror in Chippewa Falls. Coming up, we'll have the Fiber Fast Plays of the Game, brought to you by 24/7 and West Wisconsin Telecom, your complete technology partner. Not only do they provide high-speed fiber internet throughout Western Wisconsin 24/7, and WWT offers security systems for homes and businesses, personal medical alert devices, computer repairs, and so much more, all with the support of local experts. Visit WWT.net or call 231-2000 today. Your Post-Glass Post-Game Show on the 24/7 and West Wisconsin Telecom Fiber Fast Plays of the Game. It sounded like this on WOGO Sports.
Heat check there.
Push ahead, down the lane. Beautiful look. Carson Galvez, the recipient of a bullet pass from Brennan Lizelle Christensen, 51-32.
Just snuck by everybody. Got a nice, easy layup.
Bounce in the corner, Cal Bell gets it back. Grayson Becker drops just outside the lane of Van Vliet. Attacking down the baseline, blocked by Luke Anderson. Oh, he swatted that one. Nathan Hazel up top. Jabbing, couple left-handed dribbles. Finds Brennan Lizelle Christensen. Dumps it down to Mason Bussey in the post. Bussey turns up, no. Offensive rebound, put back Nathan Hazel. Good work by Hazel underneath. 64-44. Corner. Desi Matthews posting up. Doesn't get it yet. Nathan Hazel sends him to the corner. Hazel against Cal Bell, the freshman. Hazel down the lane, up with the left hand, and a nice touch. Nathan Hazel, a pretty lefty finish from 6 feet out. Off the mark, Hazel with the rebound. A rare miss from Cal Bell.
Yeah, he kind of rushed that one.
Hazel goes behind his back against Grayson Becker, spins in the lane, shoulders, creates some space and finishes from 10 feet. Nathan Hazel, a pretty move against Grayson Becker.
Kind of made some space there with a little shoulder shrug.
Again, we behind his back, attacking into the lane, out to Brennan Lizelle Christensen, right corner, Carson Galvez against Grayson Becker. Galvez backing him down to the left block. Spins, goes up with the right hand, off the glass, no, grabs his own rebound, up with the left hand and finishes. Good hard work in the paint for Carson Galvez and Nathan Hazel, especially here in the second half. Those two. Your Fiber Fast Plays of the Game, brought to you by 24/7 and West Wisconsin Telecom, as we finish up the Post Glass Postgame Show, brought to you by Post Glass and Mirror in Chippewa Falls. For commercial or residential glass and recalibration of the advanced driver safety system after windshield replacement for any make and model, call Post Glass and Mirror in Chippewa Falls. That's postglassandmirror.com. We'll get Mark Maloney's final thoughts, but first a quick look ahead at our WOGO Sports live video stream. A lot of things going on this week. So Tuesday, we'll have Chi High Boys Hockey hosting Rice Lake, 6:40 p.m. Tomorrow evening. That'll be Greg Stewart and Carter Jager on the call. We're back in action Thursday evening, and we talk about the Max boys playing Regis coming up. Well, the McDonell girls have a date with Regis on Thursday evening, and that is going to be quite the tussle at Stephen Deb Raceler Gymnasium. So looking forward to that one on Thursday night. Friday night, it's a Chi High boys and girls basketball doubleheader against the Rice Lake Warriors, and then University School of Milwaukee comes to face the Chi High boys in hockey for matinee hockey action on the ice at Chippewa Area Ice Arena on Saturday afternoon. So a very, very full week here on WOGO Sports. And again, our next McDonell broadcast on Thursday, that's going to be a huge one. But again, here for McDonell, the Max, nothing to hang your head about. Again, overall, as Coach Schilling mentioned, can take some positives out of this game. You fell 69-54, but you can say, hey, especially in that second half, we corrected some things, and that's what you want to see.
Yes, I agree. And again, we're into February already, and the playoffs are going to be looming just around the corner. Yeah. And this type of team and caliber of play is only going to make you a better team in a couple of weeks when you're going to need it.
Absolutely. And again, the margin for error gets thinner and thinner and thinner. As Coach Schilling told us, again, 3-6 in conference play. Yes, the goal of winning a conference title probably is kind of out of reach at this point too, but you got to be thinking, again, what's next, and you're playing for seeding right now as well too, and then what do you do with that seed? Can you get a chance to get a home game or even 2 home games? Again, you got to finish hard down the stretch here, and this team is capable of making a run. I think Coach Schilling has said it, we've said it as well too, but I got to be able to make sure that when it's one and done time that you are playing your best basketball, that you're peaking in February, as we always talk about.
Yes, getting ready for the March Madness, and again, it's gonna creep right up on us. I mean, the time just flies right by, and February is going to be done, and it'll be playoff time before we know it.
Well, we're looking forward to it. Again, complete sports schedule at WOGO.com. You can see all the action we have coming up for Chi-High and McDonell. Thank you so much to Dawson Halverson back at the WOGO studios in Halle, our audio producer tonight. Sam Aberley, the man behind the camera and the video setup, our video producer. Appreciate Sam's efforts very much. For Mark Maloney, I'm Caleb Swenson saying good night from the Roundhouse in Altoona. Again, thank you to our hosts. Once again, your final score: the Altoona Railroaders 69, the McDonell Macks 54. This has been McDonell Macks boys basketball, presentation of WOGO Sports. Good night from the Roundhouse.
WOGO, your sports station.
McDonell Macks basketball on WOGO has been brought to you by the YMCA of the Chippewa Valley, Royal Credit Union, Wynn Family Dentistry, Nicolay Bank, Weir's Gala Plumbing and Heating, Stelter Incorporated, Toyson Ford of Chippewa Falls, White City Glass, Holly Bovey of Coldwell Banker Bernizer Realtors, Chippewa Valley Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, Northwestern Bank, Mauer Sperry Insurance, 24/7 and West Wisconsin Telcom, Quality Propane and Fuels, Metropolis Resort in Action City, Check Law Office, Post Glass and Mirror, and Bargain City Superstore. Thanks for listening to Macks Basketball on WOGO. We now return to your regularly scheduled program.